Alright, welcome on in everyone to the stream. Hope you all are having a fantastic day, night, evening, whatever time it is there in your neck of the woods. We are going to get right into the action with some more Nagash. So this is actually a brand new campaign, played up to about the same position we were before. As you can see though, we're not quite as many turns in, and we haven't gotten quite as lucky with our Warp Stone, as we have only gained 5 total. We were up to 11 by the beginning of the second part last time. We have claimed all the way over to Numos, and we have Qatar as well. I blitzed over as quickly as we could and just took Nagash straight through as soon as we claimed. We'll come over to show off kind of the beginning. I think this is a much better beginning. So if you auto-resolve that first battle, if you're concerned with losing your artillery teams to the summons below. If not, don't worry about it at all. You can fight that battle either way. You can summon in a whole bunch of extra bats and more zombies, and all of the extra chaff helps you win the fight without losing your important units. We did so, and then immediately came over to the Desolation of Nagash, and then sprinted through the portal to go after Qatar. Where is it now? Nagash Rising, claiming the Black Pyramid, is kind of your stop block before progressing further. I would like to get Nagash into his ultimate form, and then start grabbing the other Mortarks. So we have Arkan already. We kind of start off with Arkan. But Luther, Manfred, Krell, Neferata, Vlad, Dieter Hellschnitt, and then the Dread King, which I guess is just kind of... I don't know the Dread King from lore, so if you do, please feel free to go ahead and drop his story, but I think this is just kind of a generic... you can get extra Mortarks as you progress. I may be wrong with that one, but he just may be a add-in that the modders threw in themselves. But all of the extra Mortarks will give us a ton of extra... super amazing buffs, as well as some pretty powerful lords that will each have their own horde building there, and each will have their own kind of horde dedication. So since Arkan is a Tomb King, he has a Tomb King Mortark retinue, which will allow us to have more capacity for different Nehekara units, as well as giving the those unit specific buffs. So for the Nehekara retinue, it seems he is going to give them additional... He'll have more Winds of Magic Power Reserve, more melee attack and defense for Lords and Embedded Heroes, so Lord being himself, obviously, and then Heroes in his army, and then additional magical attacks for Tomb Scorpions and Himrian War Sphinxes, which will also allow him to root on in those War Sphinxes. So I think the plan for all of the Mortarks is going to have them be a blend of the armies, so as Arkan is of the Tomb Kings, it'll be kind of a blend of Tomb Kings and Nagash. I consider zombies, these should be kind of across the board for everyone. I know they don't use them so much in the Tomb Kings, but I definitely think that Arkan would make use of all of the zombies. Hey, Evan, welcome on in. As this one goes better than the last. I agree. The Dread King was one of the Nagash's followers back in the day. He's a Lich Priest. Oh, fair enough. They may just be working on all of the different techs for him then, with the DK Event 1. So he just may not be fully completed then. That's kind of what it was giving me the thoughts that he was a self-insert by them. Thank you for adding in the info. Yeah, so after doing some testing, even the Battle of the Black Pyramid doesn't cause us any problems. It seems to be, I'm thinking it probably has to do partially with the Places of Death, but Kimry especially, no matter how I tried, Kimry crashed the game. So I basically started an entirely new campaign and just left off the Dynamic World mod, which is going to just kind of change things up as you conquer, as other factions conquer the world. It'll drop in little sprites, I'm not sure what it would do for us here as we are in Nagash, and that could have been causing some of the issues. For some of the other factions like Horde, it'll drop in little pools of blood and little spikes that normally wouldn't, but as you conquer settlements, it would put those sprites in places that they normally wouldn't have those, and replace what would be there previously. So as in the Tomb Kings area, there'd be tons of different Tomb Kings ruins and things. Those will get replaced with buildings of corn if you have the mod on. It's quite fun, and I added in on all of our new campaigns because it adds a bit of flavor. So as long as we avoid Kimry, I think we will be good to go. Things are also going a bit better for Manfred himself, as he was fully wiped out in our previous campaign. Currently, he's got Kasabar, Bagar, and Ontok all secured, so the Shifting Sands is all under Manfred's control. And those securing Lamia, the silver, I believe it's the silver, what do they call themselves? I'm sure we've met them. Yeah, the Silver Host over here, hiding out in Lamia. We are friendly with them for now, but I think we're going to go ahead and crush them, so that because they own Lamia itself, which is a place of undeath. So to kind of try to keep our campaign on rails, I'm going to do auto-resolves on all of the places of undeath, which are the settlements that have this little blue pyramid here, so place of death, and I guess it'll also label it. But it seems like these are the ones that might be causing the crashes, at least it was the case for Kimry. So without explaining it too much more here, we're going to grab Nagash, and we're going to roll right on over towards Kimry. His army is as follows. We've got Nagash, we've got Kevin the White King, we've got the Shade Haunts, which are the ROR unit, which turns the Spirit Host unit into a single entity and has a ton more melee attack and loses a good bit of its defense. Still being fully ethereal there, so it's got all of the extra goodies that ethereal units have, being 55% extra physical resistance. And since we have the building that get Nagash, his special building, we actually get extra spell resistance for all of our ethereal units, which makes them a little bit more tanky. Not a ton, because they still have 0 armor, so it's like having 5% ward save on a 0 armor. It's still a little bit of resistance, but it's not a ton. They also have the Heavy with Death, so as long as they are in a forest, I'm thinking they have an additional 80% weakness to fire themselves, but they'll have more speed, spell resistance, and then melee defense, so pretty good unit in the woods. Grasping Hands, dropping everyone's speed. Strider, of course, Vanguard, Beyond the Veil, so they will be unspottable, as long as they are not moving and out of melee. And then they'll also have the Malevolent Assault, which will make them stronger in melee as long as they have more than 50% hit points, and they'll have 2 uses of such. Kimry, you poor fools. The other ROR unit we had was the Revenants of Morcane, which are armored and wraith-like, which if you see a wraith-like tag, means they will have armor and physical resistance both. So it combines the 80 armor and the 40% physical resist, drops it by 15. But I mean, it's still, they've got kind of that layered defense going on. They'll also have the Tormented Execution, so as long as they have, or once they drop below 20% hit points, they'll kind of have a Death Blow style of effect, where they'll have 28% more on both the base weapon and armor-piercing weapon damage. They'll also have Strider since they're ghosts. Very, very good units. We saw in the first stream there. The rest of the army is the Nagash's Guard, some zombies to fill the gap, Fellbats, a whole bunch of bone golems. We actually managed to keep our bone thrower alive in that first battle there, so we have him as well. Arkin's forces here consist mostly of zombies. Mostly of zombies. He's got his 2 Nagash's Guard as well, and then the Chariots and Tomb Scorpion have both survived. For now. He gives us a close victory with low casualties. Perfect. If we were to attack this, we would end the stream here. We'll get ourselves some proper battles coming up. We'll fight most of the ones going forward, no matter how small they are. Unless they're just completely pitiful. We will go ahead and we can get 5% replenishment, but I think that's not worth. We're going to go ahead and claim Kimry as is. Nagash gains himself the Banner of Eternal Flame, which is not a bad ancillary there. And Kevin is upon himself a steed. Sword of Antiheroes, and now we've unlocked the right dominion over divinity. Whole world will bow to the true god of undeath. You unlock that once you hit rank 8 with Nagash. All of his rights are going to be very, very powerful, and they're all going to cost Warpstone to actually activate. So with this extra point here, I'm thinking we're going to go down his magic line to start, and then likely work down the blue line towards Death and Undeath for that upkeep drop, an additional campaign movement. All of the magic, every single spell he has here is incredibly powerful. The Overcast version of this actually will stop him from moving, or maybe it stops the enemy from moving, either way. But it is no longer random, which I think is one of the main downsides of the Raxar Abyssal Swarm spell. Is it just gonna blast itself all over the place, and usually all over our own units, which is the worst. We are going to go for the additional point into Hizar the Soul Stealer, as this one is a spell that is going to zap the health from enemy units with a fully armor piercing. It's going to heal all units in the range as well, so it does magical damage and heals allies. Incredible spell for winning those battles of attrition. For Kevin, it's time for him to grab his heroic killing blow, make him a monster. Perfect. Didn't quite gain enough dark treasury. I don't remember what they used to call this resource. If it was dark energies or dark magics. We don't quite gain enough of it to throw in the Mortork retinue, which is alright. We'll likely have to give it a turn or two. Kimry looks to be on the back foot. Awesome. Cetra did have a full army rolling around somewhere nearby, but he may have been taken out by Manfred.
The true von Carstein.
Hey, Techie. Drop in and wish you luck. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that big time. I do know you can't stick around for long, so I hope you have a good rest of your day there. Now, you said you had some stuff going on, so hope that gets all sorted out. For Orkon, we will grab him some more archers, sure. I'm going to combine up some of these lesser zombies here. They may be sad about it, but more arrows to throw at the enemy sounds great. 5 archers. Since especially we know that Scarbrand is likely to come on down and attack us as soon as he can. We are still playing on very hard difficulty with the Ultimate Crisis on with 175 power boost for the Crisis itself. I have taken off the Wild Hunt Crisis, same as before, and I believe it was one other that I had removed. I think it was the Black Pyramid.
Of course, it's victory.
Back for me, but quite like this mod, Nagash was always a rather intriguing character. Well, that's not too bad, but glad you made it on there, bud. Oh, out of nowhere. Hey, Shadow. Welcome on in. It is quite late, so I am glad and happy you all made it in for however bit of time you did. We shall continue the conquest, and I'll definitely put this one on up for you so you can watch it on later. Let's get straight to the goodies here. I'm going to have Arkin come on in into an ambush stance. Even though it's kind of doubtful anyone's going to come on over, so let's not waste. We'll go into the encamped stance, stick out front. We will claim the Springs of Eternal Life if we are able. But that's going to be a tough call because Manfred's right next to. If he sacks the settlement, it'd be perfect. Otherwise, we smash into the Black Pyramid as fast as we can here. Could we do any upgrading on Nagash's army? That is a likely. Didn't say we were going to lose anyone in the auto-resolve, but it appears that we definitely did. So I'm just completely blind. Let's go ahead and grab in then.
Yes, his resurrection.
I would love another unit of, not bone throwers, but sand crawlers are decent bonus versus large, so they're good at kind of dragging down Ushabti. I just don't want to wait 2 turns, so let's go ahead and come on to Nagash and just grab some more just zombies. We'll jump them in through the raised dead. Just some more chaff for the line. In fact, we can kind of combine these guys up, fill the ranks in.
Victory. Of course,
Yeah, let's mash them together. Grab some more guys from underneath. Elite zombies are nothing. There. Income's a bit suspect, but we can kind of sort that out no problem, especially with the Tarnished Gold Shaft giving us 500 additional. We'll have to grab the other buildings in the next turn. I think we'll grab for the Toronto Plaza first, the income and an upkeep reduction. And then after we claim the Black Pyramid, that is when Nagash himself will be wounded. So once we, it might be a good idea to keep. I think someone will join in on Nagash's army here, but we won't then be able to add Nagash back into his own host simply because he's a horde building, kind of similar to how the Vampire Coast works. If you lose Noctilus, you don't lose the game or lose Noctilus permanently. You just have to recruit in another lord afterwards.
you are not him.
Or at least once you have that other lord recruit in his place, you aren't able to then put not Nagash, but Noctilus back in over the top. We've got no more gold. Let's see about dropping in the right Dominion over Divinity. We get 15% more casualty replenishment, 20 vampiric corruption for the whole world, and then 25% more income from all of our buildings. Yeah, I think we can use some warpstone to make some more money. Let's do it. Alright, well, that's working out already. Brought us up to 400. We can get that up even higher, especially once we claim the Black Pyramid and deal with the Skaven that we're going to approach afterwards. We want to make sure we're well ready for the Pyramid of the Battle of the Black Pyramid. No, I definitely know. Oh, at last, let there be a torrent of blood. Yeah, we'll definitely call the Drakenhof to help. What's this mean? Their well-worn thrower? Sigmar has also attacked the Drakenhof Conclave. I think they'll likely lose that fight as well. That could have been why Manfred had so much issues last time. Oh, the music started to stutter. Let's not play with my heart. Oh man. Sometimes it recovers. Luckily, this will have auto-saved right at the end there. We haven't had any issues with it crashing at the end, so hopefully this will be kind of a one-up. I'll be right on back. Ha, or not. As soon as I put the screen back, we'll see. I get to see this beautiful loading screen. The Nagash mod always makes it take a second longer than normal. I don't have the most powerful system, but they load pretty alright. I cut all the loading out of the main videos, just to make things a bit more smooth. All right, Nagash, work with us. Here, I'll call it early. If we have another crash, we will swap on over to not Volkmar this time. I'm going to swap over to the Zheng Jiang campaign, and we'll see, I guess, what time it is before we go ahead and do that. But if there's another crash, we'll switch over immediately. I'm willing to risk this one because I don't usually have crashes at the end of the turn like that. All right, take two. Screams he's the great necromancer. War at last, let there be blood. Fair enough. Scarbrand versus Nagash. Even though I really don't need this right now. Are they going to update the Nagash mod for bugs? Well, likely they're probably already working on it. I'm hoping it gets sorted out sooner rather than later, but I know they're but mortal men will enter war on the side of the Dragonov Conclave, and after this, if there's another crash, like I said, I won't continue to try to force the Nagash campaign. We'll just kind of table this one for now, and we'll likely bring back Platonia. Oh yeah, no, it looks cracked and funky. Man, that's too bad. Sorry, y'all. Now, see, I had tested this pretty resolutely for the past couple days, and things have been doing all right. But the second we pull it on up, looks like the Chaos Gods want to drop kick us into orbit. All right, let's switch on over to the historical title. I'll be right on back. Sorry, y'all. And welcome into Three Kingdoms. The mods we have active for this campaign just being the kind of the community bug fix mod. That's pretty much it. I could even find the better camera mod for this one. So if you all have if you know where it is, go ahead and leave it in the comments for the video itself that'll go live. And that'll let us all find it so we can have a better campaign ourselves. We'll see if I don't think you all have gotten to see this first trailer with us here, so we'll shut up and you can watch.
In a momentary calm, blades are sworn together, vowing to bring about the restoration of peace and order. The year is 190, and the Han Empire falters on the brink of destruction. Brought low by corrupt eunuchs.
Gross, this is all laggy. Who's all doing instead? I got the Zheng Jiang trailer. I'll hush this one on up. Yoink. And yeah.
She's just an outlaw. What threat could she really pose?
Threat? The cut need only be slight. But if it is left unchecked, the wound will fester all the same. The pain will be so unbearable. Death would be a mercy.
Yeah, indeed. Alright, we are back with some Three Kingdoms then. A bit of a surprise, but now we're here. We definitely need to kind of quickly get up to date on where we were previously. Let's first grab our known factions list here. We are playing on the romance version of Three Kingdoms for any who had not been here for the previous versions of that. This basically just means this is very similar to a historical or just a normal even total war title. It's simply we have the heroes being single entity units that are going to run around and do battle as absolute monsters, or at least Zheng Jiang is. These other two are really just good at kind of sitting back and thinking and being really enigmatic. We've got two strategists, which are not great at fighting, but they have some pretty good buffs that they pass out to units around them. Meanwhile, Zheng Jiang, our main faction leader here, is an absolute monster on the battlefield, if I could show off her stats. She's got 1.2 thousand melee damage. She has 235 charge bonus. She's got a bunch of morale, obviously. 39,000 health. I think she's actually injured at the moment, too, so that could be higher. Her melee attack rate is 24. 2.3 thousand armor piercing damage. The values on Three Kingdoms I have always found to be a bit strange. You get the hang of them after a little while. I just haven't gotten to that point yet. As you can see, as the hidden axes they've got the morale, they've got the melee toughness, which is defined by hit points, armor, shield, evasion, and kind of base evasion and shield evasion. It kind of clumps it all together into one. You can expand that. This doesn't look very clear itself. So that's one of the complaints I will have with Three Kingdoms is the unit cards are a bit kind of all over the place. That's just fine. Our first army here is pretty incredible. We've got 2 trebuchets and the multi-bolt crossbow, which are all absolute monsters on the battlefield. Artillery pieces in Three Kingdoms are worth their weight in gold, especially for just bringing down enemy towers, which fire like machine guns. We are all full up on movement. We had come on through, I guess, had claimed Hidong, Luoyang, and grabbed the Wu Pass on our way over to Jingzhou to claim Emperor Xian, who has actually just come of age. He's a bit more adult-looking than before. He's still been captured and held against his will, so we're going on our way to free him violently. You may not like where he belongs after that, but he has no choice. As for characters, we've got Zheng. He's actually a legendary character. He's the enforcer of the law, and he's joined up with the Bandit Queen. He doesn't like the Bandit Queen or any of the ladies she is rolling with, so as long as we keep them well away from one another, he's gonna be a very good addition to our forces here. So it'll be Zheng rolling with Humuji. And honestly, if any of y'all are in the background and you can correct my pronunciations at any point, I will be butchering tons of these. I do my best to try to learn from mistakes and try to correct them for the future, but if I miss one, please feel free to help me out. Let's see here. For our gold, we've got a good deal of gold left.
My aim is precise.
Wouldn't mind grabbing in another hero, but we can't. So as the heroes work, you get 1 hero and he gets 6 units with him. And you can swap those units out kind of on the whim there. So if you want, maybe you don't like your axe band, you can kind of quickly come on in and grab maybe these yellow sky heralds if you wanted to. I wouldn't, but you could. You can switch them out for any unit you want on the fly, which is a aspect that I would like to see ported over into Warhammer, especially for the extremely warlike factions like Warriors of Chaos. It would really make sense to be able to go just swap a unit out real quick. You have to pay whatever price you would have to for it. That'd be just fine, small premium, but you should be able to swap units out kind of on the fly. Okay, well, Hedong is kind of our largest settlement at the moment. 40 upkeep a turn for the military forge, which would... There's a nice bit of income boost from industry. We don't have, I don't think, that much income coming in from industry in the area until we start upgrading the fortified hideout, the iron mine. So let's go ahead and... Income from commerce. Post battle loot faction wide. Can go up to 12% more post battle loot faction wide. I think that's gonna be the call then. It'll also drop our construction costs in the area and diplomatic income from tributaries once we actually start getting some tributaries. I think we'll go for this one first, take 2 turns, and then we come on in and grab the fortified hideout, which will keep our iron better protected and give us more income from industry, which we can then boost with our forge. Although we should probably actually take the single turn to grab in the little tent area here. Redeployment cost faction-wide public order. I don't really want to have any public order drops. If anything, we're just going to grab the preparatory camp for some research rate. Population growth is probably the call. A kind of flat buff to income from banditry. Now let's go for the food tents. It costs 50 a turn, but it gives us some steady population growth. Food tents in both of these here. Actually, go for both. Awesome. And in 3 kingdoms, if you do so choose, you can, if you have the gold too, you can instantly speed construction along, which is pretty awesome. Everyone plays similarly to the Chaos Dwarves there. Can we reach Zheng Jiang? And what would be the defenders there? Oh, that's this settlement. I'm looking at the Jade Mine. Is this the defenders of the Jade Mine? I don't think so. Well, if it is, we can use a bit of our loot, so we'll come up out of this Wu Pass here.
Take what I need.
I'm not really concerned about this Han army. We'll start sharing the spoils, so as long as we are in our territory, we'll gain a good deal of extra food from banditry, more reserves from the local commandery, and more income from banditry, and then more replenishment. 25% additional replenishment, that is. So we're going to go ahead and boost that on up.
Pledge mercy and strike.
Scoot to the edge of our territory. We can move to attack Zheng Jiang next turn, no problem. We'll just kind of pass out a bit of the loot. You want to kind of keep loot near the bottom here. It does lower your satisfaction, so you want to be very careful. But as you get lower loot, I think you actually can get this game's equivalent of Frenzy, which is pretty neat. As far as the other provinces, you start off at Taiwan here. And you have to kind of move up around from there. Zheng Jiang, you kind of start in between. Smash, came on down, fought the Bandit King and defeated him pretty quickly. And now we have Zheng holding the north and preparing for our next fight with... Oh, they wiped them out, never mind. I think our next fight might end up being Gongsun Zan. He has a lot of territory up here. Unless we can convince him to be our ally through shrewd diplomacy. We'll have to soon see. He is really, really discontent. I don't know that I really care about your discontent, my friend. You made us have a deal. You look awesome, so I can't wait to add you into the armies. Alright, I think that'll be the turn. We can also, we'll have a kind of our, before we end the turn, I'll go through kind of what our faction's all about. We have a resource called Infamy, so as you win battles, kind of similarly to how the orcs work, you have almost a WA bar. But as this Infamy bar fills up, she's going to gain more prestige, but drop diplomatic relations with all factions, give herself more morale, and then some more diplomatic income from tributaries, which we don't have any of those just yet, and that's going to be similarly to your vassals. As you break someone's spirit, you force them to be your vassal, or even through friendship, they'll give you a bit of their income, and she benefits by that quite drastically. As you get up into the higher Infamy tiers, it will actually start decaying every turn, so you lose 16 up in the highest tier. You'll also take that 30% or 30 diplomatic relations penalty with all factions on top of any kind of penalties you get for being a large empire and such. But all of your armies would then be able to scare everyone, so you turn into almost an undead faction. Scare and unbreakable. Yeah, you become almost an undead faction, but getting unbreakable in this game is fantastic, because the leadership almost matters more than the health bar in every single scenario. As we are going to be doing all of the goodies, claiming new towns, gaining more infamy, we'll also be going up in rank for your faction itself. So you start out as an outlaw, which gives you 3 armies allowed, some assignment slots, so one of kind of all of the basics, and then I don't think she actually gives very many diplomatic options as well. Once you actually rank that on up, you're able to get more armies, more assignments, which are just allowing you to send your heroes to your different commanderies and do a certain thing. Maybe it boost you your ability to farm food, or drops construction cost, or what have you. Also get access to more spies and things like that, or trade agreements. And that just increases as you build more buildings, certain buildings especially, and especially with her, it's through her infamy. And we're doing alright. We have most of the deals that we're allowed to have. Trade included. We're trading with Gongsun Zan and Gao Gan.
In summer, the days are
We're in a
longer,
coalition with
fuller, and sweeter.
the coalition master himself down here. Where is he hiding? Liu Bei, who's rolling with an absolute ton of militia, as he normally does. Liu Bei is the one of the first campaigns I had going for the channel that I was kind of forced to abandon because I'm terrible at it. Decided to focus fully on Warhammer. Alright, that'll be the turn. Gongsun Zan declared war on Gongsun. You just declare war on your faction heir? What? Interesting. Liu Biao has requested Liu Cheng join his war against Sun Ce. They've united against Sun Ce. And Yuan Shu has joined him as well. No one should trust Yuan Shu. He is basically the Skaven. Faction developments, Hunters of Liang. If you should hear a whisper on the breeze, it may be yes to question if it was truly the wind. Wait, now what? We get ghosties? Time to play Nagash after all? Oh, she has become stubborn. So she disregards flexibility, she's got more resolve, less authority, and she's now unbreakable, which is just perfect for duels. You will never break Zheng Jiang, she's stubborn. We've got communal workshops built, irrigated farms built, and some tents built on in as well. We are losing a bit of our treasury, which is not great. Time to go punch some gold out of the enemies near us. She's nearly replenished on up, no problem. Onward to Jingzhou. Oh, she's spreading loot still, so we can't fight. Get into bonk him in the head stance.
Return to standard position.
Onward to Jingzhou.
For vengeance.
And we can likely pass off Wu Pass to someone else,
Loudly.
if we so choose. Okay, so that was actually the garrison. They're pretty nasty. We're not going to starve them out. We're not going to quick save either. Where is the good old map view? Oh, a very, very contained settlement here. I think our trebuchets and crossbows are going to be a huge problem for them. especially if this is actually higher terrain. It'll allow our crossbows to actually kind of fire up and actually hit those guys, where normally they wouldn't. So let's get on in there and mush us some enemies. Sorry, Dongmin. Your time is now.
A good fight and the promise of fame. That will do.
Agreed. Jesse and James have joined up as well. And I will thank you all again for all those who are going to be sticking through the issues there. I did extensive
Be
testing on
wise.
Nagash.
Keep your wits about
He still decided to betray us. Seems to be fairly accurate for Nagash himself. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the artillery teams here. It's definitely going to be a necessity to bring down towers before we advance, even on the battle where we vastly outnumber and outman them. Trebuchets, you're close. And we are almost in range. We do have to take out all of them though, because they'll be able to every single one of these towers will be able to fire on us as we come on in. Okay, so let's grab the multiple bolt crossbows. Be able to get shot at from there. Yeah, that's really not great. Multiple bolt is going to be really good out on the open field. I simply think it is going to struggle here for sure. Just line of sight issues. We need to bring down those trebuchets or those towers first. We can try here. I doubt they'll be actually able to fire though. So artillery teams, guard mode. I've always felt like it sounds like they're the Druki. They almost use the same, almost sounds like the same kind of audio files there. I will grab the hidden axes, and I'm gonna have them. Basically, all of our main body force is gonna need to stay back and wait. You guys hide in the woods? Ooh, they can. Lovely. And they've got poison arrows, which is going to give them a bit of a damage over time and drop speed and charge speed. If you hear any pops in the background, there are plenty of fireworks still being launched, even on the 5th. That's just the way. You'll not hear me complaining, but especially since it's not nearly as explodey as it was last night and the night before, we can actually get some streaming done. Fire at will mode with the spear lads. Set them up off to the side of it, still in the woods. We'll have the crossbows go up alongside them. Archers behind the spear boys. And they can rotate behind the crossbows to later on if they needed. Horse archers, we are going to control down a couple times to get them in a bit of a smaller formation. I didn't realize I had 3 spearmen, so let's get them on in. No one advances until we bring down the towers, though. We could honestly send our heroes around to go capture one of the towers if we need to, so we'll see how that goes. All of our infantry, then. Missile troops. Cavalry. I'll have you two in guard mode for now. Wait. That'll begin. Alright, trebuchets, let's get you guys firing your explosive ammunition. You fire, I guess we'll just fire at will for you. You bonk those buildings where you can. We'll send all 3 of you after the Saber Militia there. Should be no problem. Actually, they're moving up towards us. Rotate quickly. Trebuchets are in danger if they come on out like that. Oh yeah, that's getting dicey quick. They come out beyond the walls. Well, it's not dicey, but we definitely have to stop them. Otherwise, we're going to lose the crossbow bolts. Ha, that's hilarious. They actually came out to fight us. I've never seen that. First time for everything. We're going to lose men for sure for that one. Our noble comrade is being attacked. Yeah, they're taking down our... We'll get the artillery crews to run. They will survive it. It's not a fight they should be fighting. Deal with those guys. Should be no problem there. Trebuchets are still firing. Doing the work. Let's go ahead and actually drop your siege equipment and pull up into the woods as well for you guys.
Look! The enemy run!
Yeah, our strategists should not be fighting, so let's pull them on away. Let Zheng Jiang fill on in. Well, they actually made it on into combat. That should drop them pretty quickly. Let's pull these crossbows to blast away these Saber militia teams. I'm real impressed they decided to come in beyond the trees there. I think we broke the first group. Everyone else should be able to turn and deal with the rest. The artillery crews took some damage, unfortunately. We'll bring you two into melee. Chase down these mounted saber militia. Out of guard mode too, that should help out. The raiders, pull them up into the trees. We'll turn them around from there. Interesting, they're just going to sit and wait for them to come back. We'll move you up together to take this point since we've lost our trebuchets. Cavalry's being foolish. They're not actually pulling back. Move you guys on over. They've got some smoke bombs or something they're trying to use to distract us. Not working that well, but they're trying it. Zheng Jiang, come over there and help out with that. Make sure you two are capturing this point. They're just getting shot to pieces by those towers. Should have been an easy win. That tower's ours now. Sweet. Come back over and claim this next one. Work hard there, boys. Axeman should easily run that group down, and that's the victory. Gotta wait for the rest of them to figure it out. Sweet. Next time we'll be ready for them to come out beyond the walls. That was arrogant of me.
My legend grows.
Oh, we actually ended up only losing 216, so while the artillery crews did take a little bit of damage, they did all right. They managed to escape. Bit of enemy is claimed, as well as the Jade Mine. We don't really need the small boost to income we would gain. So let's just go ahead and grab the Occupy. Keep the Jade Mine as is, without breaking too much. As you proceed through the annex settlement, one of your officers brings an ornate chest before you, sealed with a heavy lock. You strike it firmly with your axe, breaking the chest open to reveal its contents: jewels, valuables, trinkets, and wondrous treasures. Indeed, so 1,000 extra treasury, or 500. That's not too bad. And Zheng Jiang has ranked up.
Bandits are less corrupt
Of course.
than nobles.
25% additional movement range. Enables encourage, enables scare for her herself. The tenacity of steel while engaged in a duel. This would make her an absolute monster. 100% additional melee damage. Alright, well, tenacity of steel it is. We'll move down towards reach next. If we could ever get anyone to actually duel Zheng Jiang.
No mind.
What do you get for the Jade Camp? Turns out we're not smart enough. We've got the Hidden Fortress Jade Mine, which will give us more free battle deployables, which is actually not bad. Get a tower, some oil and things of these such. 300 additional income to industry, 200 for banditry, 50 reserve capacity, and then an additional building slot, which is what we would normally get. Unlocking us some jade. Lovely. I will not be spending 600 to do that. The normal crossbowmen have really been holding in just fine for themselves. Let's go ahead and grab the additional black market over here in the Hongnong province. Just for some more gold. And then while we can, we'll go ahead and build in the fortified hideout, the iron mine. Drop our upkeep for sword and shield infantry faction-wide, which will be great for our Yujin up here in the north. 3 turns before the city's on in. Don't have any more real gold. And he is low on his loot. Is he not actually gaining any more? I figured he'd be gaining some from sitting and die. Turns out no. Let's come on over to Fanji then.
The path is clear. Summon the merchants. I would browse.
He's still losing loot. Thought we had some buildings that helped out with keeping our loot popped off. So now we need to send him out and start having him raid then. Okay, well let's come on into diplomacy. See about getting in ourselves another mercenary contract. Against Gong Min would be great. Gong Du still over there, the yellow turbans. They will be good to fight against because most factions would be willing to give us a mercenary contract to fight them for sure. Let's come on over to our quick deal just because I'm curious. Yuan Shu would offer he's cool with us being subservient to him? Probably not. Cooperate with Liu Biao, becoming their vassal. No. And I can demand tribute from Gong Sun Du. Look at that. Well, hello, good sir. Although if we do this, was this going to make Gong Sun Zan upset at us because he's fighting them? We'll have to do that with another faction then before we're ready to fight Gong Sun Zan. Once we deal with the false emperor, we should be able to turn around and deal with that, no problem. Li Jue shouldn't be an issue. Farmland and fishing ports. So once we claim this northern provinces up here, we should be pretty secure and ready to go. Although that's where all of the surviving yellow turbans, I think, are kind of situated. But securing all of the farmland up there makes our food. I mean, our food's already really sorted. Keep our growth even higher there. So bringing in Humuji would be too expensive. Well, no, it wouldn't. He's on a assignment. We'll bring him in next then. We'll see. Is a paranoid thug. He's expensive too. Humuji doesn't like him or dislike him, so there'll be a fine pairing. We just need to get out and actually start raiding some fools again. Oh, this is where the surviving Hanfu settlement is. We need more enemies. Being far too friendly as the Bandit Queen here. Alright, time to pick some more research then. I think anything that increases our loot when raiding. 15% drop to corruption sounds awesome. One available underling positions, 10% in income from commerce and things. Yeah, we're going to move through to the Riders of Wuhan, giving us 10% additional armor-piercing range damage, 4% more range damage than just additional loot while raiding. I think from there we'll move on down to the Warband of Wo and Yu Mountain here for the additional corruption drop and population growth. But either way, we'd have to grab the chivalrous long spears to get there. Oh, interesting. I have to go through. It doesn't let me go through them. Income from banditry wouldn't be bad. We'll just go for the recruitment cost and starting rank for polearm units. 4 turns. Dongmin has formed a coalition with Ma Tang. Well, I guess that helps out, because now we can get into a fight with Ma Tang as soon as we find him. Peace treaty with Liu Bei. Interesting. There's all sorts of peace treaties signed. It's kind of non-stop. Liu Biao requested Yuan Shu join their war with the Yellow Turban Rebellion. I figured they'd already be fighting. Wang Quang signed a peace treaty with Liu Dai, which creates a coalition with Liu Dai and Wang Quang. So they beat the brakes off of them and forced them into their coalition. Hao Ying has invited Zheng Jiang into his coalition. There's all sorts of coalitions being made. Yuan Shu declares his intentions. Messages have reached you. The warlord Yuan Shu has declared himself the Emperor under heaven. Such a brazen act has angered many. He has also drawn powerful nobles to his cause. Has he? Or declared Yuan Shu and the Han Empire. Well, I gotta make sure that he doesn't win. You can't be the Emperor. It is Zheng Jiang's job. We went to war with one. Oh, we're at war with Tao Ying. Got ourselves a wooden dog, some more resolve and satisfaction. Tributary Hall fixed, Black Market fixed, and the Hidden Fortress has also been built up. Ma Tang has himself a new capital. And we've got all the diplomacy issues. No problem. Alright, well, let's charge on up to Jingzhou and claim the Puppet Emperor.
For vengeance!
Which can make everyone dislike us so much. Alright, so defending this settlement here is Saber Infantry. Oh, so all sorts of hardened infantry here. Spear Guards, Archers, Saber Cavalry. Still none of them enough to bring down our mass Archers and Zheng Jiang. The walls are going to be a menace. Let's go ahead and set up some equipment. I think it'd be a good idea to grab towers, and then the 2 turns of... I don't want to take 4 turns. We'll set up some towers. It gives us 3 turns if we really want to. We'll have 4 barricades, 2 bastion artillery pieces we'll have to bring down with our own. It'll be a fun siege. We'll continue the siege and
No mercy!
see how much loot we lose. Oh, we're gaining loot. We can sustain the siege infinitely. I think it's just more loot than 500 gold to gain that money back pretty quickly. Han Empire is moving around a bit. They've got some Jian Sword Guard cavalry, which are probably not bad. Yeah, not bad melee toughness there. You can actually see, I'm going to actually keep these down so we know exactly what their stats are proper. Since we are allies with Gongsun Zan for now, let's go ahead and pull ourselves on down south and prepare for the issues with Tao Ying. Where is he at? Known factions. Just the ones we're fighting against would be great. Tao Ying, where are you?
I am not in the mood.
I am. I just need to know where you're at. Tao Ying is here. We're not fighting with Yuan Shao. Who else is fighting Tao Ying? They're at war with Liu Bei, Dongmin, the Han Empire, Jebu, and then the Yellow Turbans. He's got lots of trade partners. He's actually working with Kong Rong as well. Alright, well, Liu Bei.
Welcome, friend.
What if I offer mercenary assistance against Tao Ying? What say you, good sir? He says, sure. Why not? Sure, okay. Sounds good to me.
We are in agreement.
We'll bring Youngin down to kneecap Tao Ying. Accepted a mercenary contract. Indeed we have. We have not much time to fulfill it. Alright, well, let's make sure we can sprint on down as quickly as we can to friendly territory. Can we make it into...
Gather your strength.
I guess it doesn't count as trespassing. We're good to go. Sprint on down to Taiyuan.
Unified in intention.
Being low on loot should only
I'm at
matter...
one again.
Oh, we're actually gaining some here. Perfect. So it should only matter until we actually impact the enemy there. Closing in on Raider. We have to attack Yuan Shao as well to break them. Gain ourselves some public order and population growth. Okay, we can do that. Cannot recruit in this stance. Yes, so be it. Looks like he is camping out in Jihe. I'm not sure. Yeah, he can come through the ford on this side. He can come through the mountain here. So we need to kind of get moving up north quickly. I think he should be concerned that we're attacking the Emperor, so we'll see. Over in court, Humu Zhu is back from his journey, I think, so he can join up with the other army. And a turn. There's
We
Montang.
cannot ignore your actions any longer.
Okay, rude. War is declared. Liu Bei is likely to not join with us. Here's what we'll do then. I'm not going to call for him. We can't anyway. They already, I guess they all voted for to not get involved. Never mind. Don't you want to stop him from becoming emperor? Okay, coalition became a military alliance. Wan Shao leaves the coalition of these clowns. He joins with Wang Quang instead. Oh, never mind. Just his, instead of a coalition, it's now an alliance. Our sapping mission ends in failure. Team digging are discovered and smoked out. They return to us for now, coughing profusely, but none worse for the experience. We'll have to try something else. Okay, so the siege sapping was destroyed. Oh, we've got our towers. Such an awesome bit of sprites. Throw in the trebuchet rounds over the walls. They're shooting stuff back. Looks like they're already all damaged because of the turn of sieging. Oh, interesting. You're already getting the sapping. You're just going for a second. I didn't want a second turn of sapping. We just needed just one. We've got some towers. We've got some sapping. We can just single siege tower though. We'll definitely want to blast them with the trebuchets first, but I think we are more than capable of bringing this this army here down. Ooh, battle. Can't make it a night battle yet. You just fight at nighttime.
A good fight
trouble?
and the promise of fame. That will do.
Agreed. Let's break them and become the Emperor. By chucking the old Emperor off a cliff. There can be only one.
I am glad to be fighting alongside you today.
You need your eyes checked. Okay, so where are the artillery pieces we have to avoid? They had artillery pieces. Well, these ones are broken. Beautiful. Well, this is where we attack from then. Trebuchets. Get ready to cause some ruckus. Set up all the way, almost as close as we can, and they will rain death down upon the walls. Hidden axes are the guys in the tower. Perfect. Really good idea. And then we'll go ahead and have them come up over on this side here. Such a cool looking siege tower too. Get the multi-tier. Real pumped to be here. Don't want you in skirmish mode, just fire at will. Take them out, put them in fire will, then put them back in the siege tower. Perfect. Let's not get too close. Don't want to be foolish. We'll have the crossbows taking the front. Snow is going to slow everyone down. We want to keep in mind that they may choose to come up beyond the walls and engage us in hand-to-hand, since they were so keen to last time. Set the archers up. And the spearmen up next to the artillery teams this time, so we're not getting destroyed for free. That was the worst. Guard mode for all of you. Cavalry up and ready to cause problems. Infantry all as a group. I think we're ready to go. I am going to put these guys in guard mode and melee. You can spread them out too. Interesting. Yeah, good on ya. All right, Druki, let's get them. Rocks. There's a multiple bolt crossbow up front. It didn't tell me there was, but it appeared after the convect. All you gotta do is bonk it once. We should be good. We may take some damage from it. I actually can't manually target them, so hopefully we can bring them down quickly. Alright, let's get the tower in. Oh, there's a oh no. There's trebuchets over here too. Alright, time to get ourselves on into the battle there. We gotta stop those trebuchets. Our poor multiple bolt crossbow got destroyed. You don't say. I think that our artillery pieces are gonna have a real bad day. Oh. There's not a lot I can do about it. I can pull them back, I just don't think they're moved back fast enough. Come on, you gotta land some hits. Hit back is gonna be bad. Oof. Alright, multiple bolt crossbow got hit. I don't know if it's well, at least the fort tower's down. That's perfect. You gotta bring down this multiple shot crossbow. And we have to bring you up to the walls quickly to stop this one here. Get up on those walls quick. You guys up this way.
Your best is not good enough.
All right, Liru.
Talk all you want. You are still going to die.
Oh yeah, now you're in for a bad time.
Be ready. Scale the walls.
Get up there.
The time has come.
Come on.
Ready. With speed. Ready. Stand ready.
Spread out. You guys too.
Ready. The time has come. Double time.
The wall quickly.
To attention.
Oh, you were the one that went up the wall. No, get back down here. I thought I sent Zheng Jiang up.
Attend.
Oh.
At the ready.
Back on your horse, you fool.
Steel yourselves.
We would love to get into a duel with the other one there, but he will absolutely not go for it. Now, the multi-bolt crossbow's really good at dodging those hits. So let's have you instead go ahead and start shooting at the other towers on inside the walls. Not sure what they're doing inside there, but they might be hurting themselves with their explosives.
At the ready. To attention. Stand ready.
Alright, Jangy, you get off your horse, and you get up on one of these
Steel
walls.
yourselves. Take heed, warriors. Be ready. Yes.
You know what? No, let's just
Move, move.
stay here on the walls themselves, because they've got cavalry down here.
Take heed, warriors. The time has come. To attention, archers. Take them down.
Do you intend to keep fighting?
Oh yeah.
As surely as you intend to keep talking!
Oh, yeah.
Stand ready.
We intend to annihilate you.
Feel the earth's power. Now, over the walls. Fire, wonder. To attention.
Our axe boys here having a bit of trouble. Starting to waver. Keep these two ladies nearby because they're actually giving us a bit more dodge. Fire on those G captains. Take them out of melee mode so they keep launching their arrows at these G captains as well. Real unfortunate that our multiple bolt got destroyed in the way it did, but I'm glad that one was the one that got hit instead of the more important trebuchets. Alright, they're almost out of ammo. Burning down the city just fine though. Go for this last tower if we can. Our axemen's having a bit of trouble there. Oh, we broke them. On down there. You two also, let's go ahead and just dehort and dismount for now. And then we'll bring our crossbows.
Craven dogs!
Raven dogs. Those arrows fly. Yeah, the spear guard on the wall aren't going to fight that well for themselves. This could be another siege that comes down entirely to Zheng Jiang. That's something I'm just fine with. You move on forward and stop them.
Take heed, warriors!
Just stand there and start launching some poison arrows down the line.
Faster! Run! Weapons! Run!
Awesome. Well, most of our spearmen are completely running. Broken. Move up, deal with those crossbows. Let those arrows fly. Yeah, all of our spearmen are gone. It's just gonna be how much arrows we throw at them. That's fun with me.
Steel yourselves! Ready!
Alright, Zheng Jiang, you get over here into this clump. If we can hunt down the Li Ru, that'd be great.
Ready! Run! Faster!
The Li Ru.
The men have no ammunition! Draw
We
your
gotta figure it out. Yep.
Weapons
All weapons. Let's get them.
Stand ready! Go, go! Show them justice! Cavalrymen! To attention! For China!
Men do it hit the gatehouse. All of our spearmen should come back eventually. It's just gonna take them a bit.
Attend! Take heed, warriors!
I mean, we've got the ammunition.
Go on, keep up!
Not sure what these
I know
random
you can do
explosions
it.
are. If these are our troops, some of the arrows we have.
Prepare!
Shut up. Oh, I wish we had smack talk in the normal
Steel yourselves!
game as well.
Run!
Almost out of ammunition.
The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
You guys go ahead and use the siege tower to get up the walls. They're gone. We'll move the crossbows over.
Speed!
Let them bring themselves on over and layer that fire up.
To battle!
Zheng Jiang and the axes moving on in. Dongmin, your reign ends. She's over here annihilating people. The longer she stays in melee, the more damage she does. So each swing of this axe is going to be brutal.
Vesper ready! Double cry! The enemy warriors are ready!
Hunt down Li Ru.
To attention!
He's not man enough to fight you. He'll turn and run.
Strike them down! Ready! Formation!
Oh, they already in? I thought they were in,
Mounted soldiers!
there we go.
The time has come! Shoot missiles!
Scatter that back line with arrows.
Hurry! Crossbow, attend! At the ready!
Our spearmen luckily have almost full health, or yeah, full health, so they can just move on in and reinforce from here.
The gates are under
Here comes here come the cavalry, so let's go ahead and pull back.
To attention!
He ran for his life there. You saw he was after him. We don't have our horses nearby is the only issue with that one.
Ready! Take them down!
crossbows, you just keep firing on that group there. You have the spearmen move up together. Break that lance cavalry.
Our gates are besieged!
Our gates are besieged.
March at the double!
They're not ours yet. Who's gonna get through? Oh yeah, but they are. In. Go for the archers.
Make ready!
Zheng leading the charge there. Destroy them. Our axemen are really not... they're doing alright. Ready to talk smack, but they should be blending through the shieldmen. Those guys are in clump formation.
Feel the earth!
The opposite of clump formation. Ungrouped formation. Crossbows are all out of ammo.
To attention! Fire!
They are now simply infantry.
Go! Go! Prepare! Go, go, go! Steel yourself!
Spears, get ready.
To attention, spearmen! At the ready!
If they are able to charge, you don't get to break that charge. Oh, jeez. This man took down 2 horses and 2 stabs. Absolute champion. Get up. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's nothing. Get up. Brutal battle for the city here. 13 more seconds.
At the ready! Ready!
The strategists have arrived.
To attention!
Brain Trust is here to break your skulls.
Stand by action!
Meanwhile, Li Ru hides in the back.
Stand ready!
Like the coward he is, let's go ahead and break Li Ru then. Spearman, you follow in behind.
Move out quickly!
Nah, they're gone. It's just their lord now.
Prepare!
And he is on horseback, so he can run as long as he wants.
The enemy run!
That's the break. Absolute coward. Mine. Hey, Common, welcome in. Glad to see you. Sorry if we threw you off. We have put the Nagash thumbnail up to lure people in. Little do they know it
They
is
have paid for
3 kingdoms. This is simply because Nagash continued to crash on us, so we switched quickly over to Zheng Jiang, which we're having a good deal of fun with so far. Dongmin is having a bad day. And we haven't even really upgraded our infantry all that much. So quite dapper. That's it. I appreciate it. It was a very hot suit. Man, it was what, 90 something degrees. We're cooking. But I appreciate it. We will go ahead and we get a ton of gold for sacking withdrawing, and a lot of infamy as well. So you know what? Yoink.
Take it all!
Your small regional city has now become a pile of gold for me to take.
All will know the name Zheng Jiang.
Zheng Jiang. And we will stay in his territory, I guess. Can we do the passing out of the loot?
Purge mercy has
Sadly, we can't.
At ease!
Okay, that's just fine. We can turn around and claim the city, no problem. I don't think they'll be able to replenish up Muhaha.
Poised to strike.
Alright, with that ill-gotten gains, Umuji, why are you still on brother? Stealing my thunder. Why are you still on assignment, bud? Where are you on assignment to? Extra food production? That's why we have so much food. We'll bring him on back next turn then. Can we give you anything better than we already have? The White Wave veterans are pretty solid. White Wave veterans and the Bandit Marauders for a bit of cavalry. His force isn't bad. We'll have the other lad there get maybe some more spearmen and some more of the hidden axes, which are very, very solid unit. That one Skaven profile pick seems to be popular. Yeah, you're definitely not wrong. Those Sky Heralds. I don't think these guys are all that great. They're just kind of like unbreakable battle warriors there. They're not very heavily armored, and they're not all that good in a fight. They're just unbreakable. Okay, well, let's come on over to Hedong, kind of our main... I know that The Zheng Jiang settlement here is supposed to be our faction capital, more or less, but we're not using it as such. Let's upgrade to a large town over in the Yanmen province. Over at Dai. We're already getting a good deal of food from this area here. Inn, which could upgrade to more commerce. Just income. I think the call is going to be a tribute hall here. Provides various benefits, but increases corruption. Oh yeah, it does. Huge bump to research rate. Okay, well for now, we'll just go for additional tribute hall. Pass post-battle loot and construction costs for the area, and we may convert this on over later on. The goo pass does not need upgrading for now. I don't want to have to pay the increased upkeep for it either. Got King Yang going up to the next tier, but I think we can go for... the Tributary Court might be a good call. Takes up to 16% more post-battle loot. Faction-wide, which is awesome. The map for this game is so nice looking. Agreed. All of the visuals for this game are incredibly well done. Okay, so the differences between the Bureau of Mining and the Bureau of Office of Works. So this is more population growth. The other one is actual income that we would gain the artisans. That's the call then. Income from industry, which we have in the settlement here. It's gonna be a bit expensive, but I think it'd be worth it once that goes in. We could speed some of these along. So if we wanted to upgrade this one faster for 1,000 instead of 2 turns, I'm happy to do so. And we can go ahead and upgrade it to a hidden mine fortress as well. Makes it incredibly hard to take this off of our hands. And then we can start working on the military forge, just kind of boost the overall income we're getting from here. The fortress is the highest tier it can go. Pretty solid garrison, too. Just get our infrastructure all sorted and squared away. Then we can add another unit of forces into Yujin's squad here and bring them to bear against the enemy. Okay, so quick heals here. I contributed to anyone. I could cooperate with Liu Biao. I don't think we're gonna go for any negotiation just yet. We should get we negotiate with our fists. Oh, is he already back? I thought he was coming back. Let's find out. Yeah, we can't use Humuji just yet. Ji Jai Jai? Ooh, I'm gonna pronounce that. I cannot pronounce that one. I'm not gonna try. You can't get recruited just because I will butcher your name on repeat. And we discovered in the last one, you can't actually rename any of your lords or heroes, which does make sense. Too bad it got dropped like a dead fly. That's very true. This thing got ejected out of an airlock so fast. We can just come back and enjoy the previous works, though. Dongmin has signed a peace treaty with Liu Dai because he's weak. Weak. Wan Shu requested Liu Biao join their war. I wouldn't. I'm just kidding, he did. Alright, old man. And Liu Chong comes after us as well. Yuan Shu is causing all sorts of wiggly issues here. Water clock gained. Yeah, we need to turn around quickly. A new swath of people of merit, though, come on into the fray. Looters have had themselves a new capital. Alright, well, where are the enemy armies then? And I really hope we get some bannermen in future Warhammer updates. Yeah, it's doubtful that it'll ever happen, but bannermen and armies that deserve it, like Bretonia and the Empire, and Cathay. Are you at war with me, Yuan Shu? Or Shao? I don't think you are. It looks like he's setting up to be. Oh no, he is at war with us. Okay, he's just gonna press in towards Dai then. I didn't even realize. I don't know if they can defend themselves. If we keep their lords bogged down in our groups of militia, we might be able to pull that one off. We'll see. Okay. Well, that makes things interesting. Could move up and repel them. I guess he is legendary, so you know what? Let's go ahead and we will move up to repel them. Let's recruit in Humuji. Join up with the forces here.
Bend. Do not break.
He's got himself 2 groups of G militia. Those guys aren't bad at all. And we'll grab a couple more hidden axes for the archers. Okay, look at these guys moving. March stance would be a bad call. Let's go into normal and come on up. You know what? March, get us back to Yanmen.
Gather your strength.
No, not even close.
Resume standard positions.
Well, maybe we do play a bit more aggressive then and go after some of his settlements. I just don't think we'll actually be able to defend. Let's come up this way. We'll just kind of scoot through towards the Fanji here. We're going to definitely lose our mercenary contract, which is unfortunate. But let's break Dongmen here.
Strike hard.
Delegate this one out and lose nothing. They actually replenished up very a lot.
We have
More than I
made
expected.
ourselves heard.
We lost 548, which is awful. Gained 3 infamy. We'll go ahead and just occupy the settlement.
To abandon it would be
Opportunity
rude.
is seldom presented and easily lost. The Emperor is vulnerable. Warlords rise to his defense, whilst others cannot resist the lure of power. They stake their claim with steel and blood. In the ever-growing chaos, there is only one absolute truth. China's fate will be forged in war.
You're darn right. Issue ultimatum. Sun Ce is actively waging war against our vassal Han Empire. As their new lord, we now have a duty of protection over them. As a peaceful faction to us, we should attempt to resolve this diplomatically. If they reject our offer, we will be obliged to declare war. Let's mediate peace. Oh, look at that. Sun Ce said, okay, fine. Okay. Cao Cao is also actively waging war against the Han Empire. How about you relax? He also says okay. Yan Baihu, he's a bandit. He's gonna tell us to bugger off. Look at that. Everyone is terrified of us. How about you, Gongdu? And we are so scary, we're able to just tell everyone, you better sign peace or else. It's money. We have vassalized the Han Empire. Our notoriety now increases as well. We become a raider. You are feared and envied in equal measure. Things are about to get real bad for us. I can't even lie. We need a new army now. Let the fear that men have in their hearts for you drive you onwards towards an ever greater fame and glory. Sweet. We've got a new order. We have reached Raider. Gained 2,000 treasury for it. The puppet Han Emperor captured Dongmen is greater than Zheng Jiang. Excuse me, what? The Emperor has slipped away from those who claim to defend him and found protection under another warlord. They continue to be used as a mere pawn in the larger conflict. Sorry there, Emperor. Prime Minister of the Emperor may annex the Han Empire territory at a cost, giving them significant power. Let's say his signed a peace treaty with Han Empire. Claiming the mandate, the Empire has fallen and the days of the Han are over. The days of the Jiang Empire are now. A new age is dawning. The moment is yours. Seize this opportunity, claim the mandate, proclaim yourself as the new ruler suitable for the future. So now the true civil war kicks off with the Han as our vassal. And since we gained so much extra treasury from vassal factions, we are really rolling in the money at the moment. Captured enemy capital. Zheng Jiang. Looters have themselves a new capital, and Dongmen is up in Kanyuan, Ongding. We need to purge him quickly. mercenary contractor. We're the most powerful faction at the moment. I think we are. Let's go find out. Oh, I guess it doesn't say your overall strength rank. Everyone may be on the piece. The amount of trust we probably have is almost 0. So now that we are up into renown, our infamy is going to decay every turn. But we actually have a positive bump to all of the satisfaction to all of our heroes. And 50% more diplomatic income. Sweet business. Master of Arms, ensuring you get the most from your plundering. Pockets and bellies are full. Incense Master is the ceremonial officer and oversees inductions into your service. Ah, they're the Hazer. Let's see what kind of this man looks grumpy. Su Fei. Got Xiao Fang Wang. I'm kind of tempted to have it all the single ladies play through here. With we already have Yu Jin, but he's a legendary, so he doesn't count. Qiguan Zhumeng. She's not great. I don't want that. We can't have that many strategists. We've already got too many as is. Ping Dang wants to spy for us. Yeah, he gives people noogies. Make sure they really want to become part of the Bandit Empire. None of you are all that great. Xiao Fang Wang is interesting just because, or Fang Wan, because she's got... Oh, she's competitive and relentless. She's brilliant. Past loyalties to Yuan Shao, Liu Bei, and then the Han Empire, so she's been all over. Likely a spy. And she's 52, so we want someone a bit younger. They must have done a bad job with the Dark Join. I mean, you don't worry about the fact he is sided with the bandits now. Although we do have to keep a wary eye on him because he's definitely not that much of a bandit himself. General's unhappy. Who is so unhappy that we have to worry about it? Okay. 2 satisfaction's not good. Can we get this better? In any way, shape, or form? Can we increase your satisfaction? 6 is probably the most we can get. Ugh. Well, that's not good. All the non-equipable ones give us 8. That's given off to Liu Zhang. Well, hopefully Humu decides to be a good boy. Doesn't betray us next turn. Once we get loot back under control, we shouldn't have any problems, but I guess for now, since it's so low, he's a grumpy boy. Now, I understand. I want loot too. Instead of increasing the city, let's go. So we've got the iron mine here. I think we'll go for another set of forges. The other one you have is the Great Bandit Camp. Just banditry. We do have some industry here, so it's probably a good idea to grab the military forges. It costs a bit per turn. Yeah, that'll be alright. Let's grab the forge. Instant construction will be way more expensive than we could ever spend on something of the such. 1,500 for that one. Alright, well, we should prepare. Bunch of damaged buildings we need to fix on up. They've got the stationed garrison, which gives us more loot for adjacent commanderies. Does this give us any better soldiers in it? Anarchic Imperial City. We just can't take it above a large city is the only issue, or before we start taking some serious penalties. Why is it not letting me see what the settlement garrison is? As long as we come in here to the... It's not a military forge. One of the bandit buildings? Station garrison. Or perhaps it's ones we're not meant to have. We'll have to repair it and probably take it out afterwards. We'll repair it for now then. Farm supply storage. I don't think either of those are buildings we are normally able to use. And a lodge as well. That's the inn. Can I destroy this one? I don't really want the lodge. The jade mine is going to be industry for the most part. So that's what we're going to be gaining. We're going to try to gain gold from. We'll go for the probably an administration office and a tribute hall. And if either of these other banditry buildings give us more garrison, we'll probably go for that. This guy gives us some more cavalry, crossbows, looks like, for archers, some spears, and the like. So we'll probably go for the bandit stronghold then. Make sure the capital, the imperial capital, is protected.
Discard mercy to achieve ambition.
As Zhang levels up, we'll be able to trade out the... Oh, we already can get this is the Bandit Queen now. Yeah, let's trade these guys on out for the the upgraded versions. Swap the Rick 2 guys on over. This is the Bandit Queen just being a strict upgrade on the hidden axes. And the more elite version. Awesome. And can you get any better archers while we're here? Archers that can actually provide some benefit from your flaming arrows you have. It's like, no. Not yet. Which is sad. We'll get there, though. Just having the Fist of the Bandit Queen on in is going to be an incredible boon. Alright, well, let's go ahead and swing on in and end the turn. Fists of such seems to be a common name trope. It definitely is. Fists, blades, whatever it might be. So with our inferior forces, our advisors predict a decisive defeat. I think we could at least chase off most of their soldiers. The Warriors of Yi are going to be a problem. But we can get them fighting against the G. Take a quick look at the map and we'll dive on into the defense. Let's get to it. Well, that's loading. I'm going to jump up and go grab some more coffee. Be right back. How do you drink coffee this late? It's the only way to keep the stream going. Otherwise, my brain melts. You usually crash pretty hard once things are over here. Where are these soldiers? Where are you hiding? Oh, over here, perfect. Let's go ahead and set up barricades to funnel them where we want then. We want them to come through this side. Although not being able to come through, having to go all the way around is probably a better call. So we'll set up a barricade there. And I mean, force them to go. Well, they're going to come through this section either way. We'll set up our archers.
To attention! The time has come! To attention, archers!
You will want to try to put them in. Oh, they can't actually go into the spread out mode. A bit unfortunate. We'll have the spear guard holding the line.
Take heed, warriors! Attend these spearmen! Stand ready!
Alright.
Steel yourself!
We'll prepare to fall back once they get a bit too close. But we're definitely gonna take some damage here. Actually, we may want to
Ready! At the ready!
just let them take this first position.
Ready!
Fall back fully in here to the next one. Just get everyone set up and ready. We'll leave the archers. They can fall back, hopefully. It may not make it. But we definitely want to keep our towers firing. We're going to use the towers as cheese as long as we can. Alright then. That'll begin.
Stand ready!
Hopefully our spearmen should be able to kind of absorb a lot of the fire. And we'll have the towers try to bring down their heroes and such. And they march. Guan Shao's mustard-colored lads. They're going to spread out a bit on their way in, which is very, very fair enough. Actually, you may not be able to give them targets. Gonna have to hope they fire on what you want them to. All gonna spread out, but still being this clumped up, it doesn't actually work out for them that well. They're gonna start volleying right into our shields, so hopefully our lads can hold for a bit. As long as they use those shields properly.
Make ready!
And start blasting away at the warriors of Yi. That's the most elite unit they have. We want to try to bring them down quickly. If the archers switch targets to our archers, we want to pull it back. Or once these guys start breaking, once we see them start losing some ground. Well, I'm going to charge us in wide stance, but they may still anyway. Just using a force of numbers to try to get through. Stand firm there, lads. Guard mode for you. Hold. We are losing the towers because there's just a sheer number of them coming on in. You guys keep blasting away at these warriors of Yi. That's great. Alright, we've lost the towers.
Archers ready!
Right, pull the archers back.
Go, go, go!
Those spearmen won't last that much longer here. Not against that many soldiers. They're likely very sad that we've given up on them as well.
Steel yourself!
Still got 76% of their ammunition. That's not too bad.
Attend! At the ready!
Go ahead and deploy them up in front of the zones. We don't lose it as quickly this next time. We learned that lesson the hard way.
Attend!
And we'll deploy these guys on the stairs.
Make haste!
May have pulled back a bit soon.
Spears to hand!
It looks like they're about to waver now. Defending Hearth and Home, but the green lads are starting to lose it.
Our warriors run!
Yeah, they're broken. They'll come back though. Luckily, there should be plenty of space for them to run to.
Steel yourselves! Stand ready! Take heed, warriors!
We are going to want to deploy on the other side here. The archers will likely kind of form up. We'll see.
The time has come! Move out quickly!
We'll see. Spearmen are going to run. I think if anything, we'll be able to at least bring down all the soldiers, and we'll just the strategists and such will actually manage to survive. Just barely. I mean, you can't do anything with them after selecting them. I thought maybe. Are they trying to round these guys up as they go, or are they just running with them? Looks like they're not trying to round them up. That works for me. The more of my troops I get to keep, the better. Alright, they're closing in on range. These towers here don't have nearly as much range, just because there's 4 of them. They're gonna go around to the side. Interesting decision. Auto spearmen are back.
Move!
We're gonna pull them behind the line.
Run! Run!
They're already wounded a bit. Okay, so they'll go into the spread out formation. Hopefully should keep them from doing too much damage in the fight. We can turn them around and actually have them melee. They're in spread out formation. Do some damage.
The enemy
There we go.
warriors are running.
They keep running through. Let our aristocracy fight for themselves here. Oh, they're gone. Didn't quite bring them in time.
To attention!
Fire at will mode.
Draw! Ready! Raise spears! Move out quickly!
Beautiful thunderstorm sounds. Warhammer towers are more single powerful shots. That's true. But these ones just shoot just non-stop. You don't actually have to actually man them in order for them to
Double
work.
time! Move, move! March at the double! Hurry! Move! Take heed,
Alright, well, the enemy the Sentinel is into combat. Let's coat these boys in arrows here.
Stand ready.
She's gonna be a problem. Not much we can really do about it though.
Destroy them. At the ready. Show fury. Prepare.
Get those shots in. Let's go for these next G militia that are filing on in.
Archers, prepare.
I don't think they're in clumped up formation, at least to
Make
start.
ready. To battle.
I'm glad it's at least a Jiang captain. They do a lot more damage.
The time has come. To attention. Kill.
Run across as quickly as you can. Try to get in on those archers. At the very least, you can use up some of their ammo.
Steel yourselves. Ready.
Yeah, we've lost a few. Once if we are able to bring down the Sentinel
enemy
though,
run.
our shields are gone.
Ready. Charge. To attention. Rain down death.
Yeah, they're not gonna be able to make it into combat.
Spears ready. Ready. Bowmen. Stand
Keep
ready.
firing on the G. And they're gonna send their strategists through the line.
Prepare. Unleash fury. The time has come.
Starting to lose the point.
Heed, warriors. Attack.
Those archers should turn around and retreat once we actually make it into combat with them, though. Oh, come on. Those Jiang infantry captains starting to take some damage.
At the ready. Do not relent. Make ready.
Ah, we lost them.
Strike your targets.
I think that will likely call or be the end of the battle as
Steel
well.
yourselves.
They're fleeing still.
The time has come.
Better not be in skirmish mode.
Attend. Take heed, warriors. Charge.
The
broke the
men
first
are
group.
out of ammunition.
Enter out of ammunition. Charge them. Nothing left to do besides draw a blade and get on in there. Look, I got launched. You guys forgotten you have bows? Oh, they don't have bows anymore. All right, charge. Break them.
Now. Ready.
These guys are back. Fine. Go ahead and chase off some archers then.
Raise spears. Do not relent. Stand ready. Make
Funnily enough, they're
ready.
actually dragging
Bowmen.
her health bar down.
To battle. Unleash fury. At the ready.
They won't win, but it is funny to see.
Spearmen, stand ready. To attention. Steel yourselves.
We get shot in the back either way, but
Arrows.
stand here and claim this tower is back.
Archers.
Those archers are actually fighting pretty well for themselves,
Locked and ready.
being that they are banditos.
Run, run. Kill them.
That group's gone.
Prepare.
He gets tougher to bring down as that goes.
Strike. Hurry.
That captured it. There we go. Oh, we're starting to waver. Come on, lads. She's just blending through these guys.
Our warriors run.
Makes sense.
Stand ready.
We can bring down the strategist. We took down the infantry captain. Let's go after GU as well. I mean, strategists are no good in a fight.
Ready. Unleash fury. Steel yourselves.
They're trying their best.
Look, the enemy run.
Yeah, there goes the enemy lord. Hang on now.
Move up quickly.
Go after these archers next, and we get the other units to come on back.
Back on. Bowmen.
The sentinel here is causing us some problems, but if we can ignore him and go after the strategist, try to bring them down.
Make ready. Double
These other archers are back. We broke the... Yeah, it's just the sentinel now.
attend. Stand ready. March at the double.
Claim the zone.
The enemy unit
Oh, we did it.
flees.
To attention.
I have no clue how. We did it.
Take heed, warriors.
Chase off these militiamen. Well, that works out.
The enemy general is fallen.
We dropped one of them for sure. Magic towers in ancient China. Exactly. This is how the Cathayan towers wish they could be. Look at the damage. It just drops a man, but every single arrow drops a few of them even. They don't miss either. Maybe they do every now and again, but it just doesn't matter. I'm gonna let this go just because our tower's gonna keep firing on them. Really make them pay for their engagement here. 6 militia left. We only managed to pull that one off due to the towers. Alright, we'll go ahead and claim victory from here. Sweet. Clap, clap, nice job. Yeah, man, our men aren't thinking as much, though. They're wounded. Half of them are limping back on in. Most are missing part of their leg. But this group of 3 got embarrassed.
Authority has been restored.
Did we manage to capture any of them? Well, we captured some of their soldiers. We'll go ahead and just grab the income from it.
I am not without mercy.
Han Empire is asking for aid. Against the looters. Okay, I'll help out. Looters are no good.
Pick up your swords and be ready.
Alright, Liu Dai, if you wish. Oh, let me get a peg leg. Oh, they're getting a blade leg. Peg legs are for the weak. The looters have been wiped out. And sabotage stockpiles. You hold court to discuss the pressing business of the day. Your administrator runs into the throne room, bowing profusely in spite of his obvious haste. He recounts that a small force led by an enemy minister has snuck through your defenses under the cover of night and spoiled the supplies stored but close by. The act was discovered in the early light of the following morning by one of your patrols, along with the bodies of the unfortunate guards murdered during the foray. Ooh, settlement supplies depleted for 6 turns and die. So Yan Liang's trying to help out his troops. He's a bit late though. Sun Ce and everyone else signing peace treaties with Dongmen. Declared war on the looters. Peace treaties. Liu Biao has vassalized Dongmen. Peace treaties all over the place. Faction developments. Chivalrous long spears. If it's chivalry you're looking for, well, look no further. We have that in spades. Liu Bei has also vassalized the Han Empire. How can you vassalize them if I already have? Interesting. The puppet Han Emperor captured. Zheng Jiang. Greater than Liu Bei. The Emperor has slipped away from those who claim... Oh. So somehow... They captured the... How did they capture the Emperor from me? Wait, what? An escorted caravan approaches you and you recognize the banners of your current employer. Perhaps they harbored doubts, so we lost the Han. That's confusing. Humbly he bows. Yeah, we'll just take none of it for the fame and fortune. How did you take the Emperor from us? So, where'd he go? Where'd the Emperor go? How on earth did you... capture a long yacht? You just yoinked him from us? He just ran. Oh, and Humuji rebels. Okay.
Steel for battle.
Interesting. His satisfaction's fine. I didn't think the Xi's satisfaction was bad. How did they... I'm so confused. Has slipped away from those who claim to defend him and found protection of the... He uses a mere pawn in a larger conflict. Prime Minister may annex. Yeah, I don't know. That's meant to happen, so be it. Zheng Jiang is now cheerful. Yuan Shao was seen ambushing.
Absolutely not.
General who stands his ground wins a defensive settlement battle. I mean, I'm incredibly salty that we lost the Emperor like that. We got him for a turn, and he just left. Okay. Sure.
I take what I need.
We can't use the settlement garrison. We'll go ahead and demolish this building and this one both. I figured we couldn't. We will go ahead and place in the banditry garrison, just for now. Hurts public order, but I think it'll be alright. Worth it in the long run.
Ever upwards.
Well, who within are we at war with? We have to kind of figure that out from here. That feels really cheesy that the Emperor just kind of takes... He managed to make it all the way to Liu Bei's faction in one turn, huh? Impressive. Well then, with the Han being under the control of our allies, but not ourselves... Is it because we didn't declare ourselves the Emperor? He must not have liked Bandit Mom. I don't know what that's about. I didn't know he could just leave the very next turn. That seems to completely counteract like the point of capturing the Emperor, right? You're meant to capture him, and then you use him as a puppet from there. But no, we don't even get to. He just left. All right, well, we'll use the Han as a shield then for now. We know Liu Biao and Yuan Shu are going to come up and fight us at some point. But they have to come through the Wu Pass, which we should probably go ahead and upgrade up to the barricade. And then we'll just go ahead and move up here and finish off Dongmin as fast as we can. So we'll go ahead and start passing out the loot. And move on. As long as we're staying in our territory, we should be fine. Sweet business. Alright, well, Liu Bei, it says we're best friends with you, but I do not like you anymore. Superior. Yeah, because he has Guan Yu. I don't think Guan Yu even beats Yu Jin in a fight. It said that Yuan Shao was ambushing somewhere nearby. He's over here. He'll probably hit Key Pass or Chi Pass, go through here. After Hedong. Which could not defend itself against Yuan Shao, but I would really like to see how well Zheng Jiang fights against Yan Liang. He's the one who ruined... I know exactly who this face is. He's the one that ruined my Liu Bei campaign. Where's your ability? He's got the ability that scares everyone off. He just shouts at them when they run. Fair enough. He's a senior officer. Costs a bit more now. I guess we probably could use the title to keep that other lad in our army. In the meantime, then, he needs some reinforcements. So let's go ahead and recruit in someone new. Zhuo Gui. Let's see in the court area here. So she's rank 4. Jiang Rui Ping. She was over here with Gong Sun Du for just a single year. She's cautious, she's fraternal, and she's wise. She's also a sentinel. I think I would rather have a commander in with that group. He's 26. He doesn't look 26. Years have been rough on this man. He was with Yuan Shu for a full year. He's been all over the place. He's composed, he's cautious, and he's a pacifist. Which is not a great trait. That'll probably be the one we go for, though. As long as they actually roll together, yeah, that'll be just fine. So Zhuo Gui here. We've got the Saber Militia and normal Sabers, which should be a bit cheaper.
Resist corruption and endure hardship.
You're just gonna... Don't worry about corruption at all there, buddy. There's none of that here at all. You start out with 0 satisfaction? Well, that was a waste. He's gonna immediately rebel, isn't he? Okay, up to 5. Gee. So desires a higher court position. You don't get a higher court position there, Angry. He has a grudge against Yuan Shu. He was banished by them. I got nothing else to give you, buddy. I don't know if we should trust you either. Let's go for the more authority and satisfaction.
Their crowds are small, but the people here are numerous enough.
Take him up to the legendary authority stance there. He looks a bit different too, which is pretty cool. Okay, his satisfaction's up to 10, which is still not great. We could give him a slightly higher court position there. We can make him an underling. Let's see though what he would add. He does not like Zhang or Liu. He would have to be a underling then. His position effects would give... Construction cost and income. He's not great. Yeah, we'll just make him... We'll give him a title. He's a scout. 5 resolve, 5 instinct, 5 authority, and 50 commandery line of sight. Okay, well we could become also then either a bug, you forgot something. It's probably that I forgot something. It's likely more that than anything else. Earth Dragon would give him immune to scaring for his whole retinue, which would be pretty good. Something that's not just satisfaction based would be fantastic. Eagle's Flaming Shot. General of the Right. Retinue upkeep for his own army. Let's just go for the General of the Right then. An additional 100 to his salary, but he gives him 10 more satisfaction, 10 authority, and then that upkeep drop, which would be great for the cavalry later on. He's already got Composure, which allows flaming arrows and night battles. That's an incredible starting ability there. We just have to keep him on side. That's the hard part.
Attention!
All right then. Machinations underway. We'll come back through and go for the extra range damage. Archers or the Raiders of Wuhan. Some mounted archers, medium bow cavalry. Gotta find the other archery units then. also mounted archers. Where are the regular archer units? Mounted archers all over the place. Ah, they're down here more in the south, are they? Yeah, they certainly are.
Keep to the shade
We'll get there.
and preserve strength.
The path is clear.
Liu
Join
Bei
with us.
wants to invite Liu Yao. Is this your child? He wants to invite him on in. Okay, sure, why not?
As you wish.
Our coalition grows.
We will eradicate you.
Bring it on, Ma Tang. He looks happy for one that wants to eradicate. Have fun being very poor. We'll definitely call for aid. And they join us. Not too concerned about Ma Tang. He is usually a very cavalry-focused faction, though. But anyone who wants to duel with Zheng Jiang, we can easily deal with. Shi Ji invited some other fella into his coalition. Shamoke signed a peace treaty with Wudugu. So all of the Nanman tribes are kind of getting along now. Fair enough. Alright, that's all the diplomacy out of the way here. Rivals. Ma Tang has declared us rivals. Not concerned. You have another siege up here in Dai, though. Did you guys not enjoy losing that first battle?
For China!
For China. Gives us a close victory. We'll go ahead and delegate that one. You poor fools. And to his knees. Let's see if we capture them.
All plans are coming to pass.
Get a good deal of gold. And some infamy. Captured just some troops. We'll go ahead and take the income then.
Set them loose. They are no threat.
Not any longer. Zhang Shang Zhu was slain in battle. And now that siege has been ended. Fools. Don't think we really have to worry about attacks from there anymore. Let's go ahead and get out of March. We already were. We'll come on back down south here. What about this?
Moving as one.
Still moving kind of along the roads there. We can go ahead and recruit up some more troops since we still have plenty of positive treasury for now, at least. We'll grab, I think, you can't actually grab any more Saber Militia, huh? Okay, well, in the meantime, then, we'll just grab one more unit of Hidden Axes. That's 3 found for the back line. As soon as they run out of arrows, they can charge on in. And then we can grab some Bandit Raiders. We've got plenty of front line. Cavalry. A bit of a decent armor-piercing cavalry. Good against armor. Yep. Sweet business. He is moving on Gu Pass, though, so we want to keep that in mind. Strong barrier it is at the moment. I still don't think it's enough to keep Yuan Shao back. I think we can likely beat down on his soldiers, kind of same as last time. It's just these lords are gonna be an issue. Okay, so Dongmin actually has Heng Yu Pass now. Interestingly enough. Well, since Ma Tang is pushed back to one settlement, I'm betting he's going to come after us pretty quickly. Let's just turn around and deal with Ma Tang first, and then we can conquer the rest of China.
We march.
You can't actually spread loot inside of a settlement, so we're going to go right next to it. Move pretty much as far as we're able. Perfect. Swap you guys out for any better. Gee, infantry are interesting. I'd rather get better archers, though. Ooh, Jiang Hunters. So the Jianbei Horse Archers do what special? I saw explosive arrows. I know I did. Isn't these guys, though? Loose formation. They are a bit better in terms of armor piercing. Oh, they've got a lot more damage, these Jiang hunters. These don't have shields. Kind of seem to just be better in every way. These guys are better in a melee. Yeah, we're gonna grab these Jiang hunters, so we'll go ahead and swap them out for the Xianbei then. The horseback huntsmen just really don't. Oh yeah, well, Jiang hunters then. They even look more elite. There we go. Spend a good deal of our gold. We'll hopefully be able to punch some more out of our enemies nearby. Alright, yeah, let's go for the tributary hall. Drop construction costs further, and then give us a bit more diplomatic, or not even just the diplomatic income from tributaries, but the post-battle loot is really great. Yeah, it looks like Montang has been pushed back. We may be into a battle with Gongdu afterwards pretty fast.
Join, so that we may
He
save
wants to
China.
bring Gao Gan into our coalition. Sure, why not?
It is
Keep
up
bringing
to you.
people on in. You're gonna fall asleep there, Common, holding your phone at this point. Meg, glad you made it on in. Have a good rest of your night there, man. Cao Cao vassalized Sun Se. His father would be sad. Peace treaty with the Yu Biao. Okay. Eugene is gaining rank. All sorts of construction just completed. And we've got some new goodies for the court. Alright, Matang. You fear death.
Standard stance.
Oh, he's nowhere near.
Strike hard.
Oh, you poor fools. So, this settlement at least has, I mean, some pretty chunky garrison here. But all we really have to do is blast away at them from the hills. We will fight this one as to limit casualties, since there is an enemy near, or an army nearby. It says it would be a decisive victory with low casualties, so you know what, we'll go ahead and delegate it. Just as science. We'll fight the next
Leave
one.
the bodies as a warning.
149, not bad. Free infamy. Silk trader. Let's go ahead and occupy.
Meditate on experiences, and wisdom will follow.
Indeed. Faction Air gained some skills, so we can give her some more range damage and poison arrows. I'm just gonna go for... Stifling Deluge. Increases cooldown of abilities by +5 seconds. Let's go for the Ruthlessness. 8 more Cunning, Poison Arrows, and 10% more range damage. So going from 19 and 46 on those crossbows, and 27 and 9 on the archers, up to 29 and 9, and 21 and 40. Also, it doesn't actually increase the armor piercing at all. Good to know. So it doesn't actually help with the crossbowmen. Eugen. Never you. Enables negate charge for his own retinue. Or melee evasion for infantry. Definitely want the tenacity of steel for his duels. Yeah, but let's go through the top line there. Mighty knockback will be great too. So all these middle ones are perfect to grab for kind of later on. But in the meantime here, let's just go for the bravery. Charge negate for his whole retinue, which completely negates the charge bonus of an attacker. And immunity to fear and terror, which is just perfect. We're definitely failing our mercenary contract, but that's alright. There's no telling where Yuan Shao is. He's likely in an ambush. Let's see if we can kind of do the same. 25% movement is all we need. As long as we're in friendly territory here, we're good to go.
The goal is fixed.
Push away.
Be ready to spring.
I am keen on giving us anything that gives us a bit more in terms of gold at this point. So 25% more income from commerce, as well as giving him 120 income from commerce at the mail post there. That'll increase our income. Oh, this is just banditry. Okay. Fortunate. Okay, we'll go for the military forge then. 20% more income from industry, which will increase this. Sweet. We should be able to get into a fight with the last surviving armies of Ma Tang as well. This is Ma Chao. Faction Heir. Alright, we'll jump into our diplomacy real fast. We haven't been doing much, and people have been rallying the people against us pretty hard. We are running a bit low on food, I didn't notice. We were at 20-something before, and now we're down to 7. So we'll keep an eye on it. We've got a lot of territory under our control. And I think claiming Dongmen's food production up here is going to be very important for us. Cao Cao has commanded him to join a war. Sun Se and Liu Yao. Meng Huo signed a peace treaty with Wu Tugu. Cao Cao has vassalized Wang Lang as well. And an autonomy from Cao Cao, though. Interesting. Over tea, you tell your general of your dream of a jade bird. The general takes a long sip of their tea, places the cup down, and looks at you in the eye. A vision of a jade bird is an auspicious prophecy. The jade indicating the imperial matters, and the bird being a being that can traverse the gap between earth and heaven. Relationship deepens between Lu Wenyang and Zheng Jiang. More experience, and their relationships deepen. That's perfect. Barricade done, and a tributary hall as well. We've got a devious attendant. And a foreign trespasser. It's Gongdu's forces. I would expect no less from Hong Lao's Paragons. What an awesome name. Would expect no less from the Yellow Turbans, though. We're going to hunt down Ma Tang, and then we'll go after the Yellow Turbans after, I think. I don't mind being at war with these fools. Convert the bandit camp on over. And we'll get some more gold fighting the,
Greetings. Well met.
Greetings. War atrocities against our enemies. We should just be fighting absolutely everyone, so... Any territory we lose, we can quickly reclaim. Onward to battle. But taking down Ma Chao is probably smarter. Let's go after these guys first. Issue declaration. Sorry, Gongdu. You are weak in every way. Let's see if we can get a duel off. Although these guys are weak, we'll just have to chase. We'll have to probably chase them around. No problem. It's now Bandit Mom and the Team Rocket Twins versus the Peasant Rabble. Let's see who wins. Let's see who wins. Why is everyone deployed as far up as they can go? Seems a level of disrespectful I'm not here for yet. Crossbows. Use the terrain to our advantage here. Kind of create a kill box with this section of land here. Especially if we set up the multi-bolt crossbows as well. Just kind of add some deadliness to this line. We've got our Qiang Hunters to cause some problems. Qiang Hunters. Cavalry up front. Artillery. We'll go ahead and have the trebuchets off to the side here. long bombing their shots as much as we can. I think we should probably go for standard round. If we can light some units on fire, that'll be great. So, artillery, guard mode. Fists of the Bandit Queen. I am going to have our forces kind of assaulting from 2 different sides. Help it. I believe we'll have the Fist of the Bandit Queen coming up from the north here. Also want to see our new elite units here. Supposedly her most elite of the unique units she's got. It's fairly heavy armor for what they're what they are meant to be here. They're kind of a skirmish bowman and axe combination. Alright. We'll grab the other archer teams then. Set them up over here. With the spear squad out front. Alright, so infantry, missiles. I gotta throw the different strategists in front of our groups there. We'll send Zheng Jiang straight down the line, and we'll have the other cavalry off to the side here. Perfect stuff. Let's send them in. Does anyone wish to duel? I think you should wish to duel. It's a fun thing to do. Come on in.
Make haste! At the ready! Go! To attention! Ready!
Start moving on forward, the lads. Crossbows, you start moving forward as well. Oh, challenging Zheng Jiang, you fool.
You will
I'm here
lose
for it.
and be forgotten.
Oh, you talk as well? Fascinating.
That's disrespectful. You better be careful, bud. You're layering on the disrespect a little bit too much. Okay, well, the duel is engaged. Not sure who won the first. Oh, he's already down. Yep, that's unfortunate. You tried your best though. What, 2 swings?
That is all they could stomach.
Oh, she's real mad. You better leave Zheng Jiang alone. Oh, bronze strategists. Hilariously enough, it's just the artillery causing some problems. Can we duel you next? She's out of control. That's annoying. You control yourself. We'll let you relax and we'll fight afterward. There we go. And now we'll win another single combat duel. Scholars are meant to be pretty good at single combat against other heroes, but just Zheng Jiang is better.
Am I to fight this revolt without you?
Then it would truly be doomed to failure.
Talking smack about the Yellow Turban Rebellion. Yeah, get wrecked. Meanwhile, those multi-bolt crossbows causing all sorts of problems. Trebuchets, let's go ahead and hit these guys now. These are just kind of doing the wiggle thing. Coat them in death.
Ready.
There's a shot from the side, and every single second the battle goes on, Zheng Jiang gets even stronger. The other is doing an alright job of keeping her back, though.
To attention.
Gives a little pulse of healing.
Show them your strength, friend.
Amazing that you can both talk and battle.
I think you should keep your mouth shut.
To attention.
You're getting destroyed.
The time has come.
Oof, kick to the chest. Doesn't do any damage though, so you might want to actually give her the old chop. There we go. Another kick to the chest. Meanwhile, her poor troops here are just getting obliterated. These guys out of arrows. There we go. Scoot forward a bit. Everyone else do the same. Move up just enough, have you guys run down these archers here. Most of their forces are already well out of here. If they interrupt that duel, they will be remiss for it. He's holding in for a while, though.
Make ready.
Come on, Zheng Jiang. Finish her.
Yes.
Oh, there it is. And with a chop, she falls.
Was that really the best you could do? Boom!
Just boo her. I'm impressed with the amount of smack talk that Zheng Jiang is capable of throwing out at the enemy. Yeah, the yellow turbans find themselves slaughtered.
Stand ready.
We're gonna ride down the rest of these 4 unfortunate souls. That'll be the battle. We'll bring the Fist of the Bandit Queen on over to help out. They move pretty quickly. Guys out of this group formation though.
The men are out of ammunition.
That's fine. In fact, let's have our artillery team stop firing. Where's the whole fire? Do something, do anything else. Bring the horse archers on over as well into melee mode. Where is there we go. We can click F to get them into combat. All right, we chase down the rest of these troops here, and that'll. They are in march stance, but we gain more captives afterwards for running them down. And after winning 2 duels there, does she actually gain permanent buffs for the campaign, or is that simply for this battle here? She'd eat the brakes off of both of them, no problem. Oh, sweep the leg, and that man got brutalized. Leave the bodies as a warning. That is a ton of gold. We only lost 1 in the fighting. We will go ahead and ransom them. That's a good deal of gold.
Prisoners need food. Get rid of them.
Truth. We'll ignore the Zhu He army over here. Rivals of the Gongdu. One's kin was killed in battle against my army. How easily family bonds are cleaved. Well, that's not good. We've made a permanent enemy. Alright, well, next, Ma Teng's son.
No mercy.
Bring them all down. Oh, enemy ambush failed. Well, they tried an ambush, Gongdu did. He's gonna attack us anyway. Looks like he's been eating quite a bit more than normal, Gongdu. He has been, what is this? Battle rank Wise Teacher. Increases over time. He's got a good deal of resolve, a good deal of instinct, but I think he still loses in a straight-up duel with Zheng Jiang, so let's bring down this poor army here. If we can go after Zhang Kai first, it would probably be a better call. He's pretty good at fighting, too. He's going to get whittled down either way here. Can't kick it into a night battle, but we can easily come on in here with all of our artillery and kind of blast away at these yellow turban boys from afar here. Let's get them. Alright, a very tree-laden map here. We can launch all sorts of fire trebuchet shots into the trees. In fact, we will definitely be doing that. Lighting your defenses on fire here. Set up a bit like that. Artillery together. You two already in fire mode. Grab all of our infantry. Spears. I think we're going to do a similar setup to last time where we have the spears kind of off this side. The normie archers rolling with them. We'll have the crossbows going with the horse archers. Over here with the Jiang hunters. have you guys moving to intercept any kind of nonsense. Actually, we'll keep them over with the Jiang hunters. Archers. Squad. Alright then. Let it begin. Grab all these units here, kind of bring them up. Zheng Jiang, you get a little bit closer with your 2 heroes. We can engage that duel. Oh, I didn't deploy the Fist of the Bandit Queen. They are actually hidden, so that will work just fine. Zhang Kai is... Bring it. You just stick nearby so you guys can give him or her some extra resistances. One back there, Jiang hunters. Let the Bandit Raiders move over and help out.
You must know you are done for. You must.
Come on.
You speak well for an infant.
Zheng Jiang is not necessarily winning yet, but if we can keep these ladies nearby, we can keep those buffs layered down. We're burning down the forest. They're burning down the forest because they can't control themselves.
Do you need a moment to prepare? I can wait.
Silence!
Stand ready.
All right. Make sure the cavalry doesn't come back. We'll bring our horse archers up. Multiple crossbows.
Does your ambition know no limits?
Why should it?
Why should it? Zheng Jiang emerges victorious. Now Gong Sun is going to be crazy though, so you need to get back up on your horse so you can retreat. Pretty sure you just slayed his family members. Forest is on fire. What an awesome image. Poison arrows kind of blanketing on down as well. You on your horse or did you get dehorsed? He doesn't want a duel. Crossbows. Fire in. Where'd Gong Sun's on go? Oh, he's bullying my strategist. Go deal with him. The entire forest is ablaze. I mean, we caught the forest on fire, and we are just pelting them in arrows at the sides, and it's cold. They've got lots of things that are keeping them from fighting here. You guys aren't taking any damage from being on... Oh no, they are on fire! Run! Stop, drop, and roll. Only you boys can reduce forest fires. Get on in here. He doesn't want a duel, but we can at least bring him down once, since he is bogged down with our spearmen now. Got the ground claimed, and if they do want to come out of the forest, they will just be lit ablaze. Oh, he's still on his horse. Zhang will bring him down, though. I would run. You think yourself the king. Nah, he's routing. Hopefully they can catch him, but he may have a chance to escape. Crossbows are not good against bringing down enemy lords there. Everyone else, stay back so you don't catch on fire. That's a victory against Gong Sun's on. Let's have our raiders come on through and try to ride down some of these guys here. Melee mode. Just charge through. I figure the forest fires would peter out a little bit on their own, but now they're raging. there will speed things along. She lost her horse. A bit slower, but things worked out just fine. Bring down those peasant archers. Good lads. Capturing the Guardians of the Land is going to be fantastic. Really, none of them even made it into combat, so if we could get some upgraded crossbows and archers, I think we'll just win this campaign through the sheer might of our crossbowmen. Let's not move the wooden artillery pieces into the burning forest, please. Something about that strikes me as foolish. I can't tell what it is, though. Can't quite put my finger on it. Those Guardians of the Land are going to likely escape. We can try to chase them off. This was a great battle, because we got to deal with the first set of yellow turbans, no problem, and then we burned the woods down to get rid of the others. And after that, we go for Ma Chao, because we didn't really lose all that much. Zheng Jiang's a bit wounded, but man, she is a dueling champion. Yeah. He's just gonna watch over here. Look at him.
We
completely
have made
unimpressed.
ourselves heard.
All right, well, Gongdu was defeated soundly. Infamy under our belt. We gain ourselves an ancillary, and we will go ahead and replenish. Sure.
Ever upwards.
Oh, interesting. He retreated. So we discovered the ambush and defeated them. We've got the Flying Swallow General, so win an ambush battle. And Iron General, win a decisive or heroic defensive battle. Ooh, an adept. Shield wall, form up. Ooh, let's see.
There's no shame in no
You currently have just more income from industry faction-wise. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Justice is claimed by
I'm gonna go for shield wall on you. Well, you're getting more income from the peasants in the commandery that you are the administrator of. And you get... Oh, actually, we can give the... She doesn't have any shield wall troops, does she? Let's see if this works for units that aren't in her retinue. If it's army-wide. If it is army-wide, we'll just switch it back over to the cunning. A follower there. Alright then. Like they said, ever onwards. Ma Chao. How do you feel about defeat? He said, nope, absolutely not, I'm out of here. Okay, well, can I fight the San Pass then? No, I can't. That's unfortunate. Spend the turn in enemy territory. Yeah, well, that's alright. We march back into... We can. That'll be what we do then. Bring me my spoils. With burning everything down in Jingzhou, it's time to fix up the province once more. Private workshops would fix up our income from industry even further. We kind of layered that up a couple times. Yeah, let's go for the tribute hall at least. Post-battle loot, faction-wide. Before I do, though, we'll go ahead and make sure things are going fine across the board here. It looks like we are going to start losing some settlements. Hong Nong will likely be falling here. Simply because Prince Liu Chao can recruit up some monsters. Although he's not fielding any monsters at the moment. So we may be able to bring this one down too if we're lucky. Jin Peacekeepers are dangerous. He's got all sorts of really, really extra potent crossbows in his force. Well, you know what? Looking for more income. I think it may just be going for the upgraded military forge, dropping upkeep kind of. You know what? We'll go for the mail post. And then we can go for the increased temporary labor housing over here. I'll do.
At ease.
like to replenish a little bit more. Move into... Make sure we have military agreement with this guy.
Quickly.
Okay, cool. So we have military access. That'll allow us to come on over here and attack Zheng Jiang, which I think is actually the capital for... Let's see. Let's go find out. We'll move to about this position.
Ever forward.
We will lose some of our loot, which is unfortunate. But it looks like there's a couple armies down with Wang Quang. Let's go ahead and jump into an ambush stance here. Oh, we can. Why not? Enemy army nearby. Go across the... No ambush allowed. We may just hang out then. Let them come to us. Alright, income down to almost 0. See if we can make any more money real quick. We can demand tribute from no one. Support vassal independence for no one. Alright, that's fine by me. We got plenty of battles to get up here in the north.
Strong hearts will win the future.
Liu Bei wants to invite Han Fu into our coalition. Okay. Your choice. You were the one that offered it. Quit acting like you're untwisting your arm. Liu Chong is attacking. He's going to give us a decisive defeat. Well, I actually think we probably will. Let's take a quick look at the map. I mean, one of the things that we have really going for us here is we've got a lot of troops. And we have more cavalry than them. Mounted Lancer Militia. If we focus fire down their cavalry, we may be able to get those guys dropped, no problem. Liu Chong is going to be an issue. Same thing with Luo Chen. So any of the lords are going to be... We can keep them bogged down. We can win. Let's go for it. One more battle here. Okay, so we've got some deployables as well. Awesome. That being the oil and the stakes. None of our lads can fire flaming ammunition, so the oil not being that useful. Can we deploy it out front, though? Surprisingly enough, no. And actually, I think it'll probably hurt us more than it would help. So let's set up the barricade. Set it up right here. I mean, that works for me. Force them to go around. The unit of Bandit Gang holding the fort down behind. Archers all ready up. Two Jian infantry captains here. Bandits.
Make ready. Steel yourselves.
That's what we'll do. We'll have a unit of Bandit Gang up front. Unit of axes, try to back them up. Let's grab them.
Ready. Axes.
I know where all my axe warriors are.
Prepare.
Bring these two this way.
Ready. At the ready. Steel yourselves. To attention.
Okay, we'll have two archers set up over here, so we'll have the Jian infantry captains. Really just lending extra leadership to the spearmen. Qin peacekeepers are going to be an issue. We'll try to make sure our archers are layering fire down on them, but we'll see.
heed, warriors! To attention! Attack! At the ready!
Archers.
Movement! Stand ready!
And we'll do the same kind of thing with archers on the other side.
Steel yourselves!
I'd love to be able to fit them up on the hill, but I don't think that's going to happen.
The time has come!
Indeed.
Cavalrymen! Stand ready! Prepare!
Battle again. I am thankful that it looks like he did lose a lot of his starting units. He's just down to the Qin Peacekeepers, which these guys also have crossbows, but you have to kind of set them up to be firing them. What's the plan here? Looks like these guys are going to go well around.
Axis, attend! Hurry!
Archers already started to take some casualties. Already down by 3 on this side. They rotate all the way around to use those numbers to their advantage. We're going to have a problem.
Move out quickly! The time has come!
They want to fire on our archers. So let's pull our archers back.
March quickly!
Not going to allow them to do that. You want to keep walking into Doom, I'm perfectly fine. Those bandit gang are getting absolutely smashed.
Take heed, warriors! Bows! Run!
Bring those bows around.
Stand ready! Make haste! Archers,
We're launching those arrows.
at the ready! With speed!
They are firing on our archers. Go ahead and pull them back. Same thing with you guys. Just pull you guys on back to Jiang. We'll bring the bandits on in.
Quick march!
Looks like they're just going to keep these guys on back. Leave the reinforcements for when they really need them.
Faster! Prepare! Release! Archers, attend!
Keep blasting away. Let's go for the Lancer Militia. We can deal with the enemy lances. That'd be fantastic. Allow our own lancers to do even more damage.
The time has come! Stand ready!
Alright, bandits, get on in there. We need you pretty badly.
Run! Attend!
Yeah, they're gonna go all the way around. That's kind of funny.
Ready!
Let's bring our cavalry in then to take down the enemy archers.
The enemy run!
Movement! Let missiles fly!
Zen my Jin are actually not great in missile resistance category there.
Let fly! Make ready!
Bit of an archer duel going on.
Spear ready!
They are in spread out formation, so let's charge out and break them. We're not going to do a great once these other guys come on in, but for now, take full advantage.
With speed!
The enemy warriors are running!
Make ready! Missiles! Fire! Strike your targets!
Start dealing with those G militia next. We can use our cavalry to go after the enemy outside the walls there.
Move out quickly! At the ready! Move! Double time! Run!
Have them come through this direction.
Move!
Archers will rotate. Bandit axes come on through as well. Get out there and run down those cavalry teams who are all in clumped up, or those archers, I'm sorry, that are all in spread out formation.
Our warriors run!
That's okay.
Attention, archers!
Move on through.
Ready! Go! Go!
Oh, she made it into our archers.
March at the double! Go! Go!
This system will be pretty good at stopping them.
Time has come! Cavalry! Stand ready!
Cavalry work together on those mounted lancer militia.
Prepare! Hurry!
The longer they walk around outside, the worse time they're gonna
enemy
have.
Unit flees.
Go ahead and pull these archers back into the line with. Sorry, Liu Chong. Not working out so well for you. Archers are out of ammo. Liu Chong himself has almost been brought down by our Jian swordsman. Meanwhile, these guys went all the way around the outside like fools. Yeah, they're shattered. Come on back in. Archers are out of ammunition now.
Our warriors run.
Fair enough. Send the mountain around. Fire on the enemy archers there. Banditos, come on around. These bandit actors should be able to deal with her. It's going to be a slow slog of a fight, but they should win. Go ahead and charge Liu Chong down. Such an interesting battle plan here. Want to run and attack the Chin Spear? Actually, no, let's come back here. Looks like the enemy lord is gone. Yeah, we got him. He didn't give us the notification, but we got him. Let them work together on the Chin protectors there. All of the family members are going berserk, so we're gonna have to deal with them in but a moment. But she's nearly dragged down. Oh, she healed back up full. Never mind.
Stand by, axes!
The men have no ammunition. Draw your weapons.
Yep, draw swords. Let's get them. They're all trapped in here fighting. Our archers, though, are all out of ammo.
Make haste!
Alright, we'll have you guys go forward first, and, and once they charge after our archers, we'll send our own horsemen in.
Ready for China!
No mercy! China.
To battle!
Pretty brutal battle between the ex-crown prince here and ourselves. We have learned it is possible to even hold against factions that have lords. Once we drag her down, the other guy's gonna start healing, though.
Note and ready! Run! Cavalry! Move out quickly! Quick march!
Move in and bog down the Saber militia.
Arrow!
We'll leave our arrows back.
To attention!
They're just gonna let them get charged? Interesting. Well, let's go ahead and bring the cavalry in then.
Stand ready!
I mean, these bowmen are not gonna win against the... Oh, they're doing alright, never mind. They dragged one guy down immediately. Heavy sword cavalry, they call them. They're dropping in droves now.
Steel yourselves!
Alright, one
Our
unit
men
is
flee the
fleeing.
battlefield.
Ours are fleeing as well.
Prepare! At the ready!
Push through into the archers. Don't let yourself get bogged down. Raiders come back out so we get a charge.
The time has come! To attention!
Yep, once you guys come on through and start pelting the back of these spear guards here.
Prepare! Cavalry! To attention! Steel yourselves!
Get back in there and hit them a second time.
Stand by! At the ready!
Shooting at my archers that don't have any ammo. That's perfect.
Attack! For the cause!
For the cause. And those Chin peacekeepers are chunky. Oh, she's actually chopped her way through our lads. We may have peeled off a few too many. You guys come through and help out. Turns out she was scary. Got Raider cavalry, come on away.
Our warriors run!
Ah, nice. Scaring off our cavalry now. That's not great. These Qin Peacekeepers have some really heavy armor. We'll have the bandits charge on out. Yeah, he chased off both of my raiders. Hit them with the counter charge there. She's going to go all the way around. Glad to see she's nearly been taken down, though. You guys charge back in and break these Qin Peacekeepers. As soon as this heavily armored unit's gone, I think we've pretty well got it.
The time has come. Take heed, warriors.
Horde lads, come on out as well. Actually, take it back. You guys turn around and fight.
Make ready. March quickly. Show them justice.
Nasty of Steel active.
The men have
she's
no
wavering.
ammunition. Draw your weapons.
Those Qin are pretty deadly. Let's go ahead and have him come through. Another general fallen. He's going to heal up for sure. I'm pretty sure she was family. Send everyone else out together to bring down this last general here. Try to ignore those Qin Peacekeepers that are chasing you.
The time has come. Move. March at the double. Take heed, warriors. Make ready. To battle.
Yeah, they caught this first group. Should chase them off relatively quickly. Go through from there.
At the ready. With speed. Weapons. Stand by, axes. Destroy them. Unleash fury.
They're fighting to the absolute bitter end, which you've got to respect. Speed things on up while everyone gets on over to it. Prepare to fight with the last lords here. I know they are. We got them a little bit too overextended. Over here, they're going to charge on back in.
Do not relent. Strike.
Crash right into our archers. Probably do a ton of damage. Then Jiang will drag them down.
Ready. Double time. To attention. Go. Go. Be ready. Strike them down.
The enemy warriors are running!
Destroy
There
them.
we got him.
Show no mercy.
Jiang turned to deal with the Qin Peacekeepers. And the Qin boys are down to 7.
Movement. Double time. Unleash.
Gonna use the rest of their ammunition. That'll be great.
Archers.
Bog down these Qin Peacekeepers to win.
Prepare. Make haste.
The enemy lord somehow clutches this by himself. I'd be impressed.
Are running.
Take heed, warriors. Warriors.
Axes, come on in. Bowman, you stay back. It's just the enemy general versus our captain. Very tired, and he's got a fallen oath-sworn, fallen relative. His damage right now is through the roof.
Still yourself.
I think he may manage to bring it down, bring our troops down by himself. May have just played a bit too aggressive there at the end. Having one man to kind of finish things off.
Our men flee the battlefield.
They indeed do, all of them. Every single last one of them's running.
Move out quickly.
Well, that's unfortunate. We almost had him. Just keep running so our towers can possibly keep firing on them, but I think we've lost it. Just there at the end. That'll speed things along then. Since apparently we have lost this battle. His entire army fled. Nah, we're gonna right. If you're not gonna come over here towards us, I'm just gonna let the towers whittle you down. You guys are gonna come on back over here.
Ready!
Stay away from the capture point so he doesn't choose to do so. Looks like that's gonna be the white flag. A bit sad though. We didn't lose anything other than because we didn't have any heroes ourselves. Valiant defeat indeed. Alright, well, the defenders were slain. Unfortunately, they do actually get to capture the settlement and start immediately replenishing if they so wish. Yeah, that's some nonsense. Quang Quang is coming. I know he's bringing all sorts. Yeah, we are definitely outnumbered. Let's go ahead and pull back.
Withdraw to strike.
Doubtful they are able to roll as a group like that next turn. Cao Cao vassalized Liu Yao. He looks cool. Peace treaties. Lady Wu joined a war alongside Cao Cao. Hong Nong was lost. And okay. The riders of Wuhuan have now joined us, and then the death of Sun Ce. Sun Ce, Lord of the Sun family, is ambushed by the enemy troops while out hunting. He is shot through the cheek and dies of his wounds shortly afterwards. That's no good. Looks like the Sun Dynasty is crunched. Alright, I've got a couple new buildings on in. That's perfect. Well, it looks like Ma Teng retreats as fast as his little legs will carry him. We need to turn around and deal with Liu Chong because he now gets to open a breakup for Yuan Shao, which is all sorts of unfortunate. They're moving over with some intent. I think that means we need to claim the San Pass for a bit of a defensive barrier and then turn around quickly.
Show rage. Roar loudly.
Oh, interesting. Close victory with medium casualties. I am going to go ahead and delegate this one. Yeah.
Leave the bodies as a warning.
About half the force falls. That'll be all right. We can replenish this up, no problem. And we will go ahead, unless we get replenishment for sacking or anything like that. Nope. We occupy.
Meditate on experiences, and wisdom will follow.
You're just sitting here raiding. The commander is secured. We'll go ahead and
Bandits are less corrupt than nobles.
only issue is we do have to pay for the San Pass, and it shows up as a barricade, which is pretty good. So I think this is a decent wall for Ma Teng's forces for now, as long as it can replenish up quickly enough. Zheng Jiang is now distinguished, giving her more instinct and more authority. Alright, skill point going out to Lu Wen Yang. Capture, more income from industry. We're moving towards flaming shot for the own retinue. I think it's composure we go for. More income from commerce, silk, and spice is great, but only when in the administrative commandery there. More armies and more movement range. We may just go for more movement range. Oh, it's one commanding, never mind. Extra chance of capturing officers. Sure. Go for a bit of patience. Alright, well our mercenary contract is about to run out. They've kind of struck in the middle of our territory here.
Their crowds are small, but the people here are numerous enough.
Ah, okay, so Liu Dai here has got a good deal of the Jian sword guards, which are actually fairly decent melee infantry there. He's got one multiple bolt crossbow.
Deflect with shield.
We've got a lot more in
sword.
terms of cavalry. Just came in as Nagash broken. Yeah, Lucas, sorry. Nagash is broken. I'm just not able to switch the thumbnails and all the titles and such in the middle of the stream, and we're actually about to close up on this stream. It has been a long, quite fun stream. We switched over to Three Kingdoms, obviously, as you can see pretty quickly over here, since Nagash decided to keep crashing on us. I did plenty of testing and everything. It just didn't. He decided to cause some problems. So we had ourselves a good deal of fun in here in Three Kingdoms. Did a good deal of duels with Zheng herself. We actually claimed the Emperor for a turn before he slipped away under the cover of night and joined up with Liu Bei. Things were going well for a moment, but then we got attacked by the prince as well, the Crown Prince Liu Chong. Got lots of enemies, which is exactly how Zheng Jiang likes it, but we shall be continuing the stream in probably due time here. I'm very tired. My brain started to melt, as you can probably already tell. My channel is cursed. Hey, cursed or not, we're gonna keep on powering through. Should be no matter how many issues we run up against, as long as we keep on trucking, we should come out on top. But this was an excellent stream. Sorry you made it on in so late there, Lucas. We are going to be wrapping up here. I will see you all for another stream here on a Friday. Should be a good deal of fun. We will be going back over for Warhammer, though. I am going to table Nagash until I see... we're going to kind of keep an eye on the mod developers team and see if there's any kind of updates as to the mod itself, because there are lots of bugs. They may not even all be my fault here, or not my fault. I'm thinking actually a lot of them could be my fault, not so much the mod themselves. But we will be tabling Nagash. I'm not keen on wasting you all's time. Thanks for listening to my spiel here at the end, but hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day, night, wherever it is there, your time in the world. Thanks for hanging out for the stream. I'll see you all next time.